beautiful people.
Wrapped around your heart, a weapon drenched in blood. It's falling over you. There's nothing you can do. You know there's dropping angels everywhere, 'cause the righteous are the ones who disappear. Inescapable, soon you'll be back for more. Old enough to lose, still you got to choose. Young enough to live for something you can't win. You know there's dropping angels everywhere, 'cause the righteous are the ones who disappear. Inescapable, soon you'll be back for more.
If you're just tuning in, make sure you hit that like button.
Looking for your paradise again, but the righteous are the ones who's giving in. Oh, there's dropping angels everywhere, 'cause the righteous are the ones who disappear.
What's up, guys?
Inescapable, soon you'll be back for more.
What is up, my beautiful people? It is good to see everybody jumping in the chat room this morning. Okay, first off, we're going to be talking a little bit about the man himself, Bryan Kohberger. Y'all remember that guy? Idaho 4 went into the college house in the middle of the night, stabbed 4 people, and then slid out like a thief in the night. Okay, so there's some stuff coming out, about Bethany and Dylan. You remember them guys? The one that was in the basement and the one that was on the same floor as the murders. The same two that apparently didn't hear anything, don't know nothing, froze, remember? Dylan froze, just boop, froze. So anyway, there's some stuff that came out by this writer named Howard Bloom, okay? And he wrote that he had some connections with the Gazalvo family, and that apparently Bethany and Dylan were texting the whole time that these killings were going on, and possibly heard the whole thing and waited that long to call the police. Now, Dolly had been, thinking that type of stuff went on anyway, but I guess the Gazalva family came out and said, this is a lie, okay? That this man just wants attention. This is a poor attempt to get some attention off the backs of these people that died. Now, we know one thing about the internet. It is great about spreading some misinformation. It's like a wildfire. Sometimes YouTube creators do it and don't know. They think it's truthful when they come up here and say it. And then it's just some shit that's been spread humanly across the whole internet. And it's just wrong. But look, we do know she was awake. Okay. And the whole thing with Dylan. Now, Bethany, we never really heard too much about Bethany or what Bethany had to say. You know, they make it seem like Bethany was actually asleep. But my I don't think none of them were asleep. Okay, except for the two upstairs. I think they were asleep and they were caught off guard. But the roommates themselves, I do believe they were awake. And I do believe they heard every single thing. Now it's like this. If you kill somebody in the next room, stab them to death, I'm going to hear it in this house. Okay. In most houses, you're going to hear that when somebody kills two people that are fighting and screaming for their life in the next room over. You're going to hear that. Now, the whole freezing up, you know, let me freeze and not call the police for 8 hours and not even not call the police, but call other people over there before you call the police. This seems to me is going to help Bryan Kohberger in this case. There's no way because it adds confusion, right? It adds a lot of confusion of, well, why ain't there no blood trail? Why ain't there no blood in his car? Why ain't there no blood at his house? Real damaging, of course, that knife sheath. Okay, that knife sheath really, really damaging. But I just don't get it. I just don't get it. What went on to make that girl DM and BM really bother me? See, that's what I'm saying. It don't make sense. Like, I can understand 100 that the girl was scared. Let's just say a killer came in here right now and chopped up Lolo. Okay, it's just me and Lolo here. So there's nobody else to kill, right? But I can hear it. Okay, I can hear somebody in there chopping up Lolo, my doggy. I'm definitely calling the police. You know what I'm saying? I may run, take shelter, make sure I can get away where I don't get killed. But, you know, everybody these days has a cell phone practically glued to them. Like, boom, you know what I'm saying? Everybody. So if you have cell phones glued to you, why didn't she ever reach out to the police? Now, if I looked out my door right now and I seen a man dressed in all black, okay, with a mask on his face, carrying a knife, okay, because he had to be carrying the knife because it's in his hand. He didn't have a sheath. And she doesn't call the police. I agree with you. I don't think they told the truth about what went down that night either. Okay. Now, does this mean that Bryan's not the killer? I mean, I don't know if that's the case because, like I said, his knife is there. His sheath is there. His DNA is there at the crime scene. How did it get there? Okay. Now, I guess you could argue that it was planted there, but how did they get his knife sheath? And where's the knife to his knife sheath? Okay. That stuff like that is going to do him in, right? But the roommates, are they involved somehow? Or was there some really illegal stuff going on in that house and they had to get rid of it? Now, that's what I've always believed. Okay. There was some illegal activities going on in that house and they needed a little bit of time to get it out that house. Now, that's just allegedly, that's just my theory. You know, there's no truth to that. Don't be like, you know, they had drugs in the house. That's how rumors get spread. I mean, that's just my thoughts on it, right? Is what I'm thinking is because I would immediately call the police. But people said this to me too. Like, if it was drugs in the house or something of that nature, it only takes a couple minutes to get drugs out the house. Okay. Say you got some smoke and a couple bongs, or even if you got a kilo of Colombian Bam Bam, it only takes a couple minutes to get rid of it. Still, that's a long time to wait to call the police. And just think about this. If you looked out your door and you seen a man dressed in all black with a mask on, bloody knife, could you lay down and go to bed? Okay. I don't think I could. You know, that, and the crazy thing to me was she said the man exited out the back, back sliding glass door. She never went and locked the door. Another killer could have came in after him. You get, I doubt that happened, but I'm just saying it could have. Apparently there's a bunch of crazy people out there, right? We seen the neighbor, the one dude, the weird ass neighbor they had. So you think he became obsessed with her at the restaurant? Now, I think some of that was rumors on the internet. See, I think there's a whole lot of how misinformation gets spread, because I heard the restaurant came out and said they don't think he had ever been in there. All right. So, I mean, I know it's a small area. He eats that type of food. So, the possibility that he could have been in there, and that, I think it's something to do with social media. Okay. Maybe because there were some rumors that he followed one of them, or, something of that nature. You got all these people posting pictures of themselves. That's the one thing about social media is you kind of tell where you're at, and they were very pretty girls. Okay. Like model pretty. So you get weird dudes that, like, lock themselves in the room and don't come out. And then they start having these fantasies about these people they see on the internet. He went and tracked her down and possibly, did what he did. I still think he's a serial killer. Nothing's came out. In the early beginning, they were investigating other things that went down in, like, the Poconos. But see, he traveled across the country. That wasn't the first time he traveled. And that ain't the first fake rumor that same dude spread. Okay. That writer that used to work for the New York Times or Post or something like that. He had also wrote that in the beginning that let me see if I can remember, that the police lost Bryan Kohberger for hours when he went across country, which is untrue. The police came out and said they never lost him from the time he left Pullman to when he went back to Pennsylvania. So, people say crazy things to get a little attention. All right, let's take this call. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey, it's Granny
This is Granny
Bassmaster.
Bassmaster.
I knew it. What's up, Granny?
Oh, not much. I have missed you so much.
I'm here.
I've been sick and I haven't been able to get to the phone. But God, I missed you and PJ.
Oh,
And my
awesome.
turtle brothers and sisters.
Are you feeling better?
I'm feeling better. I was in the hospital for a while. They ended up having to do surgery on that arm
Uh-huh.
and wrist. And I caught COVID from, I don't know,
Oh,
somewhere
Lord.
in that hospital.
Oh, Lord. Let me
So,
get my mask out now.
yeah, well, it wasn't a really bad kind, but it was bad enough.
Okay.
But I'm at home and I'm feeling pretty good now. I just don't move too quick, but God, I've missed you.
Well, I feel
Oh,
good too, Miss Bassmaster, and I don't move too quick either.
well, you tell PJ I said hi. And he left from there naked. I really believe this boy left from there naked.
Uh-huh.
And Dylan and Bethany, that is not a good answer for them that they slept through it. And they froze. Bull crap.
Yeah.
You're either in fight or flight. If you're not fighting, they'd have run out that front door and got help.
Or you're on
That's
some
crazy.
drugs.
Um, even drugs. If you're hearing something like that and seeing something, it's fight or flight. She would have turned around and ran out that front door and went and got help.
So what do you think when
That is,
he stepped out that sliding glass door, you think he stripped off his clothes and
yeah, I do. I believe he slipped off his clothes. It was night, could nobody see him. He was naked. I really believe that. And he cleaned himself up in
or
there.
he was in a plastic Tyvek suit that zips up and down, and when he stepped out, he just unzipped it and walked right up out of it, rolled it inside out, and went and left.
Well, that too.
You know.
And the shoes, I don't know. I don't know how he did that, but
Well, you know,
I'm telling you.
a tie vac goes over your feet.
Yeah,
They
my
have like little
husband had to
booties
wear
on
them.
them.
Yeah, my husband and son, they put in heat and air
And they
back
wear them
in the
tie vac
day.
suits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they sure did. But
I used to work for a
I,
company, and I had to wear them every day with a full respirator mask on. So I know that they have different ones. Like some of them are paper tie vac suits, some of them are plastic tie vac suits, some of them are made for chemicals. So there's different ones, but there's ones definitely you can get that if blood splattered right on you, you could take it off and it wouldn't be no blood on you.
yeah, I've seen enough of them at the hospital to last me for a while.
Yeah.
They come in there with that on.
Usually we
But
see like crime scene people go in with them on, but they're usually white. But they got them in different colors. You can get them in black.
they got them in different colors.
Yeah. So
But I don't know. But that's not a good excuse for Dylan or Bethany.
now, what if they were texting? What if there is some truth to it, even though the Gazavos are saying there ain't? What if they were up? I wonder what the texts were saying if they were. There's a killer in the house. Oh no, freeze.
Freeze, hide under the bed, bull crap.
You know,
Bull,
I
bull,
would think
bull.
that's a better excuse. Say the girl said, I seen him, I ran, hid under the bed, and I didn't come out for 8 hours. I would go, man, she was scared. I don't blame her. Right. But this whole opened the door, seen the killer, closed the door, opened the door, seen the killer. No, well, she heard the killer the first time, opened the door, heard it, closed it, heard it again, opened the door. And then on the third time she opens the door, he appears and walks past her. That seems insane. Well, I wonder why he didn't kill her, or just, in the heat of the moment, everything going on, he just goes right on out.
Something's not right about
Or it's
that.
all lies and the roommates did it. I hate to be the one to say it, but look,
I hate to be the one to say it, but or else they were in on it.
yeah, something of that
Something is
nature.
wrong.
Allegedly,
Now think about this.
my opinion, people. I ain't saying there's no fact to this. These people are right, they're innocent. I'm just saying in my mind, what makes sense that these people could have did it and went and took a shower. That's why there ain't no blood anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. But Dolly, stop and think. If it was you and you heard that and your roommates were around there and you heard it, you peek and you see somebody and shut the door back and say, oh man, oh, I hear somebody crying. You gonna go back downstairs and go into your bedroom and shut your door and lock it?
What a shitty roommate, right? Didn't even check on them.
I'm hitting that front door. I'm getting out of the house.
That's what them
That room
double-edged
and
swords. That's
locked.
where you got to be thankful that you were a bad roommate, because if she would have went in there, she'd probably got killed.
Yeah, but Dolly, she didn't have to go in there. You're either gonna fight or you're gonna flight. Flighting means she went out that front door.
Ran, yeah.
And took off.
Yeah, that's me.
No.
I'm running. You get a killer in my house, I'm jumping out the window.
Yeah. Anyway, to any means to get outside. It just don't make no sense.
Yeah.
I can't make it make sense. I've tried.
Yeah, I can't get why the first person you didn't call was the police.
Yeah, I'd have hit that front door like nobody's ever hit it, and I would have ran across the street, banging and screaming.
And they didn't faint while the murders were taking place, scared and faint like a goat. They waited till it was all done 8 hours later the next day before they called the police and faint.
Something's not right with this.
I know it don't sound right, but it could be just that the world is so crazy and things happen so weirdly in this world that that's just the way it happened. It seems weird, but weird shit happens. People react weird as shit. I mean, it's possible. But to me, it just don't make sense. It's like no normal person would act like that.
No.
The only person I know that would act similar to this is Candace Wells.
Well, I don't care if they were high.
Yeah.
If you hear somebody getting killed, you're thinking, oh, God, I'm next. you're going to run out that door and go get help.
Yeah.
Not in your room and lock the door. No.
I think a little kid would have knew to run, get help, things of that nature. A little small
Lord, I'd have
child.
had my walker. My walker would have been smoking getting out that door. I'd been going so
Would
fast.
have been smoking.
This does not make sense.
Mm.
And where it doesn't make sense, it's got to be something else.
Yeah, and you know, they're going to use this as doubt in the court. You know, the whole, why did they act like this? Why did they do this? You know, if I was Bryan Kohberger's defense team, I'd be trying to point the fingers at the roommates.
Oh yeah, they're going to.
You know, and I think that's his best defense. How did the chief get there? They must have stole it from him somehow. You know?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
you gotta have all you gotta have is doubt. Doubt. You gotta have one juror that goes, man, I don't know. You know,
well,
somebody else could have killed these people.
Yeah, make it make sense. That's all they've got to think of is make it make sense. This doesn't make sense.
And I got more and more people coming to me now going, I think Bryan Kohberger's going to get off than ever. Like in the beginning, everybody was convinced this 100 slam dunk, he's done. Now people are hitting me up like, Dolly, man, I think they ain't really got much on this guy. I'm like, huh? They got DNA, right? But that could be disputed. But the chief, right? Unless somebody stole it and planted it, does him in.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't think the chief was planted. I don't. But all you young ladies in this chat, make it make sense. If it were you and you heard up from upstairs that your roommates were getting slaughtered and you got a room downstairs, are you going to run out the front door or are you going to run in your room? 1, for run out the front door. 2, for run into your bedroom and hide.
Well, if he's blocking the front door, like if you open your door and you see him, you don't want to run out, you know, because then he's going to get you.
I'd have run out that front door. He wouldn't have been able to catch me. Like I told you that.
I don't know, Granny Man. He used to run miles, like track, and that's what he did in the middle of the night. Was he would go out running. He ain't like he's not like Jason Voorhees is going to try to walk after you. He's going to run after you.
Well, I don't. That, like I said, that wheels on that walker would have been smoking.
Wheels on the walker.
And I'd have turned around and used that on him. No.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
I think, you know, he took a knife and possibly a gun with him.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, even there's killers out there. BTK used to take a weapon with him, a gun. He wouldn't use the gun, but he would take it. And I think they do that just in case, you know, there's somebody that tries to overpower them or something, you know, because you ain't going to just go in with a knife because somebody might take a knife. So he probably had a knife and a gun on him.
That's true. But when this all comes out, I'm telling you, something's not right. We don't know something.
Yeah. And a lot of the stuff that's coming out on the internet, like I said, you can never tell how much of that is real and how much of that is fabricated for like these news people, like the bigger news, to have headlines and stories.
Yeah, you know, I haven't even watched that, but this is crazy.
Yeah.
She did not sit down there. It's crazy. No. I just don't know what to say. What else?
Yeah,
There's something wrong.
I agree with you.
They need to really look at it.
I think so.
But I love you, and you watch your top notch because these people's great, baby.
All right, you be good, Granny Bassmaster.
I will. I love you. Bye.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Granny is absolutely right. When your granny tells you, look, something don't make sense in this, it don't. And it could go to two ways. It's like the roommates, they had things on them. They didn't want to call the police. They were scared of the police just as much as they were scared of the killer. And we know some of them kids, mothers and families, they were involved in drugs and things of that nature. So this is just my theory, allegedly, you know, whatever we say for it. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, it's Gunner's little girl Wood.
Hey, Gunner.
Hey, I was just thinking about the sheath. Now, if it was found under the body,
Mm-hmm.
all that blood, how would they even know what kind of knife was used?
What are you saying?
Because I bet,
The sheath would have been covered in blood?
yeah, and under that body, and that body probably wouldn't move until the coroner got there. So I can't see it being planted.
Yeah, I mean, if he set it down, let's just say he went in there, set it down, and started the attack, maybe
Yeah.
somewhere in the attack, she laid on it.
That's what I'm thinking too, because they're saying now that, you know, some of the girls really fought back, and that's what I'm thinking too. And I'd like to know if there was blood on it. They haven't told that yet.
It seems like it would be drenched in. There was blood seeping out the house.
Yeah. So I don't think it was planted, because I think it took a while to even figure out what kind of knife was used, like I said, because there was so much blood.
And maybe the reason he carried the knife in like that is because he was wearing a tie-vac suit. There ain't no damn belt loops on a tie-vac. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Don't have
Yeah.
pockets. So
Yeah.
if you're in something like that with a hood and a plastic suit, maybe he walked in with the knife sheath in his hand and he took it off and he just went to town, and he really did make that careless. You know, they act like he's so smart, but if he made that stupid mistake, he ain't very smart.
Well, I don't think he was expecting that many people to be in that house either, because the one girl, she was home visiting.
I don't know. These killers, they be watching. They have those stalker tendencies. He knew the layout of the house. I think he knew people were in the house.
Yeah,
Either he
can't.
got his feel, or he thought he spent enough time in the house, you know, like gone in 60 seconds. Like, I'm gonna go in and make this killing, and I got to do it within under 2 minutes. Get out of here before the police get here. That's why he may have left the girl alive. He didn't have time to kill her, because if somebody would have alerted the police and he not know, he only got a few minutes to get out of there before the police actually do get there. So maybe,
and you can't think of everything.
To leave the knife sheath's just crazy. He should have just walked in with a knife in his hand and no sheath.
Exactly.
You know,
I know we have a company here in Gunnersville that is called Kapler, and they might have been one of the first companies that made those suits, those protection suits, because now he's worldwide making them. But I sold him his first office supplies, and so he gave us a lot of those suits. And when I go down and feed the horses, I put, like, if it's raining or something, or I'm going to be doing something dirty, I put them on, and you just take them off. And like I said, your clothes are clean, just like you'd never been out there working. So
yeah. Okay, Gunner. Well, it's good talking to you. You have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, peace. Yeah, definitely. You know, a tie-vac suit don't have pockets. A lot of them made by DuPont. You know, the really high-end ones, and like I said, zippers on the front. He definitely, if he did it, it don't make sense. There's no blood trail out the house. Okay, there's no blood, hair, fibers in his car. There's no blood, hair, fibers at his house. Okay, even OJ, the bloody sock and things like, it's hard to get away with a murder and not bring blood back with you, because blood goes everywhere. And it could be so small that you don't see it, but then forensic people will pick that shit right up, right? But he had nothing in his house. I mean, there were some stains on some sheets and things, you know, there's going to be some stuff. And the thing is, everybody's house, you may find a little bit of blood. If you came in here and did luminol in my house, I've cut myself, broke glass, stepped on a piece, you know, maybe it'd be not much, but the thing is this, I seen on a forensic show, for one drop of blood, okay, one drop, it takes 1,000 drops of water to clean up one drop of blood. That's how much you would have to dilute it for it not to be picked up. Dolly.
Hey, Dollar. This is Sweet Liz.
Hey, Sweet Leaf. What's going on?
What I heard was that he bought a Mickey's overalls,
Uh-huh.
and after he was done, he took that off and put it in a plastic bag in his trunk.
That's what I
And
would
so,
think, that he wore something.
because they have the receipt of him buying that
Where did you
Mickey's.
hear he bought Dickies at? I've never heard that one.
I have to say the name, but it was on the Warrior,
The Warrior,
the Lawyer.
oh,
The
the
Lawyer.
Lawyer, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard
And
that he bought some Dickies. I
yeah,
don't remember.
there was the receipt.
I don't
the
remember when they
receipt.
recovered the stuff took from his house. I don't remember them saying anything about any Dickies either. Remember when they searched the house and took things from the home, and they searched the Poconos and took stuff?
Well, they found some receipts of some clothing, but also the grand jury. I guess you've heard all about the grand jury being in question. That's why they want the dismissal of the court, but they're not going to be able to just dismiss it, as in they just drop the charges. Even though somebody might be in question.
Are you talking
the
about this whole thing about the rumors coming out that they were texting the whole time?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is the grand jury. They're sworn to secrecy, even to their spouses, about this case.
Yeah.
So, this hearing coming up that they want to drop the charges due to the grand jury, and they bring in the grand jury, and they get questioned about it.
Yeah, they definitely ain't dropping no charges.
No, it's not going to just be like that. But that would be one reason why there's no blood in the car. So, yeah, they got holes in some of the story, but
okay, yes,
I
other
think
people heard the same stuff you did about the Dickies. I never heard about the Dickies, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so I don't know if they have pockets or what they have, but
yeah, Dickies usually, definitely going to have pockets because they make a lot of work clothes.
Yeah, but even if he had that knife suit and the knife in his pocket, and he took it out and did what he did and laid it, did lay it down, does it mean that, but also it wasn't.
This comment says, I want to address this too. It said, Drip Drop told everybody about the ladder going up to the ledge outside the girl's bedroom and the picture of the red, possibly bloody ledge outside. I mean, why would he go up the ladder if he could just walk through the back door? And not only that, but somebody told me that Drip Drop had a video tying Bryan Kohberger to Richard Island or something like that. And I seen it and I went to watch it this morning and it was removed. It was gone. So I don't know. All right, go ahead.
I haven't heard about that one, about Drip Drop.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen that, and I watch his.
It's gone. I went to watch it and it was gone.
Yeah, he ought to be on Turtle Island. And I don't know if you ever heard of Bryan LTL podcast. He's good too. But I've been busy watching the Maya. Please help Maya trial. Yeah, I've been busy in that, so I've missed a lot of your lives. So I was just getting up, watching that, and they went on a break. So I seen you were on your way, so I called. But I don't think that they said that the knife sheet was completely under the body. And with with Kaylee being up against the wall, she had no room to go. So I think a lot of the blood and everything was maybe more in a certain area, and maybe that my sheet didn't have blood on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like
'Cause
if you lay it under a dead body that's bleeding everywhere, soaking into a bed.
Yeah, but this might be down by their feet,
Yeah,
you know, because
and the blood's up
that would
there.
be
Yeah,
that would be the room that he would have to, like, not just lean over, but maybe put a knee on the bed to get to Kaylee to do what he did there.
yeah.
But anyway,
All right, Sweet
I
Leaf.
just thought I'd call and tell you about the Dickies.
All right, peace.
Bye.
Yeah, I haven't heard about the Dickies, and he is the reason true crime is a joke. He tries connecting things that don't connect. Like he went so far with it. I'm so disappointed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I went to watch the video, and I mean, I don't believe there's no connection from Bryan Kohberger to Odinism and Richard Island. And I mean, you could connect everything in this world if you went down that big ass long conspiracy rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? Everything's not connected. I mean, everything is connected in this world some way or another through a brother, sister, cousin, friend. But I mean, they're not related. You know, this is two different crimes. You know, there ain't a big ass cult running around just offing people when the moon's full. I mean, it might be. I mean, look, we got to be honest. In this world right now, nothing surprises me. If it came out that Bryan Kohberger kidnapped Summer Wells at this point, it wouldn't surprise me. Okay? Like, nothing surprises me anymore because I know we live in a bowl full of psychopaths. You know what I'm saying? It's just we live in a crazy world. Nothing. I'm not surprised anymore at anything. Oh, I don't get shocked at things. I'm like, yeah, okay, I believe it. TY says hit that like button as you come in. Drip has some good videos. Yeah, some of his stuff I like. I mean, I like hearing other people's theories on things. But you start stretching too far. You can't stretch the rubber band so far before it snaps. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
This is Mama Bullhorn.
Mama Bullhorn. Good to hear from you, Mama Bullhorn. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Retired life
Yeah.
sucks.
I know all about it.
Let's start with knee replacement, gout,
I
rheumatoid.
get the
Who
picture.
would have ever thought I would have all these conditions when I am so young?
Now I know where Betty gets her laugh from. Y'all got similar laughs.
Well, it's a wicked laugh.
It's wicked.
I learned it. Anyway, I think you're spot on. I remember your trip out there to Idaho, and the you all were researching where the sheath came from, and you did the trail. You followed his phone trail to the river.
Not me.
Didn't you go down towards the water?
The only time I went to Idaho is when I went to Fruitland for Michael Monkey Vaughn. I didn't go to Idaho.
Okay. I'm thinking of Bullhorn Betty.
Yes, you're thinking of your kid.
But the thing is, I firmly believe when he took that alternate route down through near that Albertsons to the waterfront, he got rid of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he had to. If he did it, he had to have dumped it.
Not just the knife. I think his latex suit or whatever it's called.
Mama Bullhorn just mixed me up with JLR. They said JLR went to the river. All right, we fighting Mama Bullhorn now.
It's my memory.
Okay. We'll let you.
It's my advanced age.
Is that Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's, yes. Oh, you know what the difference between old timers and Alzheimer's is?
What?
Old timers is you forget where you put your glasses. Alzheimer's is you forget what the glasses are for.
I hear you. I got you. I'm at the point where I forget where I put my glasses at right now.
Oh, baby, I remember in Savannah, you couldn't find your glasses and they were on your hat.
Yeah, I lose stuff constantly.
Oh, baby.
So,
All right,
what do you
well,
think though about the girls not calling the police?
I have said from the very start, there was some, you know what happened in there. They had business they had to get rid of. And why would they call all their friends if there wasn't something they needed to get rid of and hide?
That's what I think too. And they were so hush after it.
I've been no more of this. I went back to bed and fell asleep. BS. If you had a button, I'd be pushing it right now.
And here's another thing.
Bullshit wanting.
You know, after this happened, they're young ladies. They shut up and didn't say nothing really about it. Tell me a young person that can shut up.
They were afraid of incriminating themselves. Absolutely.
That's
self-incrimination.
They had something bad in the house, you know, and it had to leave before. It was more important to get that out than them people in there dead.
Well, okay. I don't know what channel it was. I don't know. But they went back and showed, maybe it was you. They went back and showed occasions where the kids had parties there and none of the residents were even there.
Yeah.
They left their house open for people to go there to have parties. And the cops came up because there was a noise
complaint. And the dude that came to the door didn't even know the girls that lived there. I thought that was crazy too.
Thank you. That tells you right then and there. There's something funny about that house.
But here's the thing is if Bryan Kohberger's defense was smart, they would have used that. Hey, he'd been there to a party. Maybe he left that knife sheath there, you know, but they saying he's never been in the house. You know,
how would they know?
I would be like, I mean, if I was Bryan Kohberger, I would be saying, man, I went to a couple parties there.
Well, there's always the plan. Well, they've tried the plan B defense already. He was just driving around.
Late night cruising.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for plan C defense, and that's probably the next one. Oh, I was there for a couple of parties.
But his defense done said he's never been in the house. They've already, they done use that one. They can't use that one now. They done said they ain't been there. He can't come back and go, yeah, I've been to a couple of parties there after. They done said he ain't never been in the house.
Well, you just think about it. 2 months before this trial starts, it'll be another Murdaugh. The networks will be buzzing like wildfire on speculation. Speculation.
We're going to see.
And you know what? I guarantee you, YouTubers will be absolutely correct on a lot of facts.
Yeah, I think so too.
Absolutely. Because what has law enforcement done in the last 2 months?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess we ain't gonna know that till the actual trial begins of what they actually else they have on them. But I mean, I think the most damaging things they have on them are already out there. So the little tiny things they bring up ain't going to be big. The big things they've used for warrants and things like that. So we know all the big stuff, you know. So it's going to be the little tiny things that we learn about in the trial that connect it all.
Yeah. Well, I'm so proud of you and PJ. I am so proud of the two of you. And I just wanted to put my 2 cents in there, honey.
All right, Mama Bullhorn.
Love you, babe.
All right, peace.
Bye.
He has the same laugh as Betty when it starts up. It's like It's like a engine motor that's being. It's like a high pitched sound. I don't know. There's like. I see where Betty gets it. I see where Betty gets a laugh for sure. Time Traveler says, I'm going to Dollywood. Okay. Dollywood sounds fun. One of these days, Dolly is going to make his way on down to Dollywood. They should let me in free. You know, I'm going to have to pull some strings. I'll have to call the Dolly that's a great. I'm the Dolly that ain't. Okay. There's two Dollys. One's a great one, and the other one kind of just is on YouTube. Okay. So I'm going to have to talk to the great one and be like, hey, let me into Dollywood. Okay. Free. Because I'm Dolly. I shouldn't have to pay to get into Dollywood when I'm damn Dolly. Okay. When you search Dolly on the internet, I come up. Okay. That ain't good. I don't want to get sued. But anyway, I've never been to Dollywood, Dolly World, any of it. So where's Alien Billy? Warcry 710. You must have been here for a long time because Alien Billy, man, you know, he left for space and he ain't been back in a while. He was in and out of rehab. You know, he was on that space grass real bad. So yeah, I ain't seen Alien Billy in a while, man. I ain't even talked to him. So you must be an old school Jams TV head. Okay. Some of the old school people are here. So Bryan Kohberger, officially not guilty. I'm just kidding. I still think he's guilty. I just think, you know, that they didn't call the police because, like I said, something was wrong in that house and they had to get rid of it, which helps Bryan Kohberger because they allowed people into that crime scene, which contaminated the crime scene. His defense is going to say, we know it's contaminated. There was footprints that ain't his. Remember, they didn't find no damn Van sneaker, and there was that Van's shoe print. I don't even think it was the same size as Bryan Kohberger's. You got to think about this. He didn't. He kills all these people and does not track any blood through the house. Okay? There's no bloody footprints. There's no bloody handprints. So he didn't touch nothing, and he floated through the house and out the house to his car. His car didn't magically has no blood, hair, fibers, nothing in it. I think it's damn near impossible unless the killer never left the house. I don't want to get up here and say these people did anything. I'm just saying I've seen enough horror movies and thrillers to know sometimes there's some sneaky things that go on in this world. And I mean, I can't explain how they got the man's knife sheath there and his strange behavior and him riding around. It kind of makes him look like he did it. But I also can't explain why Dylan and Bethany never one time tried to reach out to the police. And I believe Bethany was awake in that house also because one, at 4:00, you know, we had a delivery that gets brought there by, I guess, what is it? DoorDash, Uber Eats, or whatever service they use. And, you know, they got to knock, they got to make noise. And to me, it looks like the door's on the first floor. Okay. Because, you know, it's a tri-level home. So I don't think Bethany was asleep. Okay. And we know Dylan wasn't asleep. So they just basically sat there and listened to their friends get slaughtered. Now, you can maybe explain to people on the third floor. Okay. The first floor can't hear the third floor. So Bethany probably never heard, you know, Maddie and them upstairs. Okay. But Dylan did. She would have heard that banging. And she said she heard it. She said she heard what appeared to be some crying. That sounded like the dog was barking. The dog heard it. The dog probably was going crazy. You know, the little golden poodle or whatever. Golden doodle poodle. Whatever the hell dog they had. What's his name? Charlie or something like that. And in the beginning, you know, they accused every kid on the college campus. Right? I think I was the only YouTuber that didn't accuse the shit out the kids. Okay. I can't say I didn't accuse the kids because I'm still skeptical about the roommates. But I'm talking about, like Jack D and all the other people that was around, the dude at the food truck. I never accused any of those kids. I was just thinking, nah, I don't think so. This is something different. This is a serial killer. Now we can find out he's only killed 4 people. Seems a lot for the first time you kill people. This usually people start off small, work their way up to like mass murders. Not just start off like, hey, let me go for big numbers in the very first killing. Everything they said was a lie. The witness girl makes me feel like she's definitely suspect there or just something. See, and this is what's going to get Bryan Kohberger off. If you can put doubt in people's mind, and it only has to be a little bit of doubt, right? Now, you going to put this man in prison for the rest of his life, okay? When there's a possibility that somebody else could have committed this crime, okay? The eyewitness, to me, could be a suspect, all right? Because she's seen him, seen the bushy eyebrows. Some people say he's been plucking his eyebrows too while he's been in jail, okay? Now, you got to describe bushy, to me, or does he have bushy eyebrows? They look pretty bushy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what makes somebody's eyebrow, what level is your eyebrow. Like if it's a big ass fucking unibrow and they're like 2 inches thick, I would say, that's bushy, Nobody in their right mind would believe that bull. Hey, Papercut Tina. I bet Dylan would be able to ID Bryan as the person she saw. What do you ID his eyebrows? Yep. That's the eyebrows that killed my friends. Okay. I don't know. The eyewitness is the DoorDash driver. Dolly, the BK trial, insane. I think so. Let's take this call. Some people are talking about Dolly.
Hi, Jimmy. PCT.
PCT. What is up, Papercut Tina?
My voice here. I just woke up. So this isn't about Kohberger, but I'm running this by you because I was going to bring it up on panel. I messaged you briefly about it. And take it into serious consideration. I hope you do, okay?
Okay.
You're like, okay. I would really like to forfeit my time on the turtle and give it to our runner-up, Rebel. And I'll tell you why. He was really close in being the runner-up, in winning.
Uh-huh.
He has exactly 1 year of all the true crime and all the hard work he's been doing.
Uh-huh.
Tomorrow, he's actually doing a 1-year celebration.
Okay.
He's actually a former wrestler, as we all know. So I'm sure he would just love the belt if he had a chance to win. And the belt would look much better on him than me.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll take it into consideration, Papercut Tina.
Will you really?
Yeah.
It'd be really nice. I mean, I've been at this for 2 weeks. He's been at this for a year. And it's not that I'm not elated to be on the island and I don't appreciate it. I want to make that clear. I even wore a funny hat and did a video, but it would make me so happy to give him my position. And I think he deserves it.
Okay. Well, he said, tell her no, Dolly. She earned it.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, we'll take it in consideration. You never know. We'll see how it goes. And list the people that comes out tonight.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
Have a good day.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
All right. everybody that tuned in last night, this is not true crime, but I guess a little bit. Turtle Island. All right. So last night we added 2 more people to the back of the turtle, and that was Bombshell Reloaded. And who was the second person? Oh, the Real Piscine Predator. Okay. We will announce tonight the list of the full list of contestants that will be on Turtle Island season 3 when I come back later tonight. So y'all tune in for that. And then we start the game up next week. So season 3 is on its way. But no, the 4 people that were picked by the viewers, we're going to leave on the island. Okay. So, just wait and see who comes out tonight. All right. Just wait and see who comes out tonight. Season 3 is going to be a really good season of the show. Yep. Huntress is on it. Paper Cut Tina. So the 4 people that were picked for the votes were Paper Cut Tina, the Real Piscine Predator, Huntress, and I'm missing one. Who am I missing? Paper Cut Tina. Huntress, Paper Cut Tina, Bombshell Reloaded. Okay. There, I got everybody. So that was the 4 people picked by the viewers, and the rest of the cast we picked. So tonight I'll make a video. It'll say the lineup for season 3 Turtle Island, and just tune in and you'll get to see who the people are. Lucky you got health insurance. Thank you guys for all y'all that reminded me it was Bombshell. So this season don't have to be true crime. Every other season has been mostly true crime or crama, right? Crama channels, which drama ass. It should just be drama. I don't know why they got crama even in it. It ain't nothing. The crime is that they're all drama. Okay, so I guess it's that whole crama thing. Usually it's been true crime and crama. So this season it's anybody. There's still going to be a lot of true crime people, of course. But it can be anybody. You don't have to be a true crime channel to make it on to season 3 of Turtle Island. Let's see. All right. So, okay, guys, don't like being stepped on. Is that what that says? Don't spam the chat. All right. And if you do, mods, clip them. Now, the whole, like I said, I guess I didn't get to see the video, but apparently, like I said, Drip Drop had a video that was tying Bryan Kohberger to Richard Island. And I was kind of interested in watching it. I know it's a wild, crazy stretch theory that there's no possibility in it, but still, sometimes I just watch it to watch it for entertainment value. And I went to go watch it and it was gone. So his theory must have been fucking out there for him to take the, that's what I'm thinking. This must have been a crazy one. Right. So, but yeah, them conspiracy people, let me tell you about conspiracy people. They can connect anything, right? They'll connect it through the smallest little tiny thing. This dude had a cousin's best friend that knew this person. Got to be this way. And that to me is a real big stretch. Was Bryan Kohberger connected to anybody? I don't think so. I think he was a loner that, he's kind of a nerdy guy. He don't look like he's the best with women, so, and maybe that's why, a lot of people in the beginning thought he was an incel, like he's part of this, Papa Rogers thing. I don't really buy into that. I don't think Bryan Kohberger was Papa Rogers, Papa Smurf, Papa anybody. One, if I'm chopping your ass up like broccoli, I'm not bringing no attention to myself. I'm not going to get on the internet and post clues. I'm not going to it's not going to happen. Now, I ain't saying there ain't killers out there over time that didn't post clues. They would send stuff to the newspapers and things of that nature. I just don't see this man going, okay, I'm going to create an account. And then, of course, that's been proven that even after he was locked up, that account was still active and things of that nature. So he definitely wasn't posting these things. I know a lot of YouTubers have been like, man, I think he called the show. I mean, you never know, but I really don't think he's ever called any show. A lot of people said he called here, but shit, he could have called the moon for all I know. We don't have no way of determining if that's real or not real. Or, and I'm usually pretty good with voices. But in them days, I hadn't heard Kohberger talk, so it wouldn't have been like, yeah, I know this guy's voice. No fucking clue. Anybody could have called up and been like, hey, this is Papa Rogers or this is Bryan Kohberger. And you just either go, okay, you're full of shit, or you go, oh, what's up, Bryan? You know? So, but as a killer, I don't think, but we live in 2023 where maybe he likes chat rooms. And if you are a loner, and I can tell you this, most loners that sit around in the house all the time and they sit at the computer. Okay. You look at the homebody, every time you go over to somebody's homebody house, they're right at me. Prime example, always on the computer. Okay. I got computers in every room of the house. Every room has a computer. Okay. That might be crazy. I'm an internet person. Every room has a computer. Okay. Usually when I'm in the bathroom, I got a laptop. It's like that. You know what I'm saying? So they're always on the computer. So I believe Bryan Kohberger is one of those people always on the computer. And it's possibility if you're always on the computer that you are jumping around. Let me tell you this. YouTube is the biggest streaming platform. Everybody on the fucking planet watches it. Okay, name a channel that everybody on the planet watches, like a news channel or anything. But I guarantee you this, everybody on the planet watches YouTube. I mean, them people that are living in dirt fucking shacks being barbaric right now, I ain't gonna say nothing. They watch the damn internet, okay? Everybody watches the internet. But like, I don't know if he just picked like, oh, this is my favorite true crime creator. Let me call this person. But killers do follow sometimes the cases, We look at killers over a history of serial killers, which Bryan Kohberger is not a serial killer yet, keyword. Remember, I could be totally wrong, but Dolly from the jump, I haven't changed. I've always said this man is a serial killer. Okay, he's killed somebody else. He just got away with it. Okay, he got away with it. It's the eyes, right? It is the eyes. He has Ted Bundy-ish eyes, right? If you put his eyes right by Ted Bundy's, sometimes you can't hide evil. And you know what they say? The eyes are the windows to the soul. And when your soul is so dark and evil, you can see it. Okay, you can see right through the windows of the eyeballs. You can see that dark evilness. You did, Dolly. Or we know of. If they come out with something that he killed some people or killed somebody, and the thing is this, they're looking for people that have been stabbed. Just because he stabbed one set of victims, don't mean he stabbed everybody. He could have strangled somebody. He could have did other, you know what I'm saying? Blunt force trauma. There's a lot of ways to kill somebody. Every killer don't kill people the exact same way. Hey guys, I hope everyone is doing great. Hey Bullhorn Betty, your mother was here earlier. Y'all have the exact same laugh. Okay, that's kind of eerie, scary. All right. So Mama Bullhorn stopped by and blessed us with her presence today. She was talking about the Kohberger case with me. But a lot of it don't make sense. And there's a lot of stuff out there, like I said, that is misinformation. That, these roommates were texting back and forth why it was happening. Now, I don't know that to be true. Like I said, they're coming out making statements now that ain't quite true, but still don't explain why it took them so long to notify the authorities. And if you look at it, every one of them got home late. Right? So sleeping to noon ain't really a big deal. I sleep to noon all the damn time, right? I would say I went to bed pretty late last night and I got up at 10:30. Okay? But I wasn't drinking last night or nothing like that or under the influence of any heavy drugs, right? So I went to sleep, got up. But if you say you're hungover or drunk and you've been out partying, of course, you're going to crash out and probably not wake up to noon. But still, how do you go to bed after seeing a man walk through your house all black? It's not Halloween time. They're not having a party. Okay. And everybody's like, everybody argues this. Oh, well, but there's people in that house all the time. They have parties. Hey, did they have parties at 2:00 in the morning on a night they didn't have a party? They didn't have a party this night. They didn't have a get together. Everybody left. Everybody went different places. Bethany and Dylan, they went somewhere hanging out. All the other people went somewhere. Maddie and they went somewhere. Ethan and his girl went to a, you know what I'm saying? So everybody had went somewhere. So there's no reason whatsoever that anybody should have been walking through that house. Like, be like, oh, there's a person walking through the house. Oh, perfectly normal. Look at the time of night it was. 4:00 in the morning. Dude's walking through your house dressed in black, and you don't call the police. We don't know if them people could have been saved. Let's be honest. They were stabbed. Were they stabbed so brutally if they didn't get if medical attention would have got there, could these people have survived? Drip Drop's video that Laura reviewed, he was basically speculating that Kaylee's family was involved, if I understand correctly. That her family was involved? Oh, Lord. Maybe that's why he took that video down. You got to be really careful. Look, we see lawsuits going out here for stupid shit. Okay? Let's be honest. People are getting sued for stupid shit. You start accusing them, people are victims. You start accusing the family right now. Look, I say the roommates, I think, but I tell y'all that I think it don't make sense, but I ain't saying these people no shape or form did this. Okay. That's how people get fucking sued right there. All right. That's how you get sued by a family. These people are upset. Okay. This family is grieving the loss of their daughter. And let me tell you this. I'm a father. I got a daughter. I would fucking lose my shit. You got out there saying some crazy shit. I would lose and I would sue you for sure. Especially if you profiting off of it. Because, as we get up here and talk about things, we are making money. So you got to be respectful of that when you're making a living, and you got to be respectful of the things you say, because these people are victims, right? You get up here and just start trashing people and lying on them. That's defamation, and they're already going through enough. You get your ass sued, Drip Drop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would take the video down too. But everybody's a right to their opinions. Now, if he just comes out and he makes it like, hey, look, this is what I'm thinking. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's right. He explains it. He has the right to his opinion. It's only defamation when you're telling a lie and it's a lie. Okay. That's what people out here suing people need to understand. If you were lying, that is defamation. If you say something and don't know you lying, you just mistakenly said it, or this is what you think, then you're not lying. When you come out here and you lie and it's a lie to hurt somebody or to defame them, that's when you can get sued. You have to prove that that person knew what they were saying was a lie and they knew it was a lie. Okay. So just be careful, YouTube creators, when you're out here saying things. That's why so many people are like, allegedly, in my opinion, because these people, may not have nothing to do with anything, and they're over there grieving the death of their daughter, and they're being accused of involvement. Okay. Now, I know I'm saying the roommates, but I'm not positive. I don't know. I just, like Granny Bassmaster said, things don't make sense. And I'm trying to figure out, and I'm throwing theories out there, but there's no factual nothing to what my theories are. Okay. It's just me thinking in my mind, why is this? Why is this? Why is this? There's no proof to none of that. Okay. And everybody should really basically do their own research when it comes to things like this. I think if you're listening to YouTubers, just listen to them for their opinions. When you want credible sources of information, go to a credible source of information. Okay. Sometimes YouTube can be a good source for information, but sometimes you need to get to major places to know a little more accurate, because these major places, major media companies, they don't want to get sued. So they do a little more fact checking, a little more researching, a little more background into things before they just get out there and say anything, because lawsuits and things like that could follow from family members. So you just, be careful. Video is still up. I looked for it. How come I didn't see it? Huh. I had to go back and watch it. Hold on. Matter of fact, what is the video titled? Because I thought it was from like last night. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. You talking about the drip drop video, right? Let me see. Crime Circus. All right. Here's Crime Circus. Let's jump over to his channel real quick. Let's share this. Where did I share that? Okay. Let's see. Videos. One hour ago, 6 days ago. See? I don't see the one that was from, I think he had one last night, right? He had a premiere today. If nobody is ever arrested in Summer Wells' case, how will you ever get any more information? Dolly, I just sent you the video. Okay, what did you send it to my Facebook? It's not Crime Circus. Oh, okay. All right, give me a second. I'll find the video. Oh, okay. Bryan Kohberger. Okay, I got you. Let's watch a little bit of this. Drip drop, don't strike me.
Of the truth. Some of you out there have thought this might be drug related, and you might not be wrong. I've also discovered.
See, Drip Drop on the same page as me. Now I don't know about the connection to the the cult type shit. Okay, no clue. But far as maybe there's possibly something illegal in the house would make it make sense. Right now, it don't quite make sense. It's on Crime Circus Cult. Okay, I got it right here now. So yeah, I guess he has 2 channels with like 100,000 people. Drip Drop killing it, ain't he? Damn, I need to get some damn makeup on.
Covered potential connections to the cult of Odin, and this was allegedly a retaliation sacrifice.
I think Drip Drop is the cult of Odin. Okay, what cult is this dude in? Okay, he says the Crime Circus cult, but I don't know, Drip Drop. I'm gonna have to look at them trees that were put on Abby and Libby and like look at the little lines on your face and see if there's any comparison of the two. I think I can link you to the cult of Odin. Okay, I could probably link you to the Delphi murders. Right now, this world's small. You know somebody in Delphi. Don't try to play me. Don't act like you don't. I can tell. I can look right at you. You got Delphi, Indiana written all over your ass.
Yeah. Seriously, I've uncovered some booms.
I bet you did. All right. I bet you did. Does this dude know Keegan Kline? I bet you there's a connection right now between Drip Drop and Keegan Kline. Okay. This motherfucker's probably Anthony Shots.
And a family tree. Now let's see what I have to say for myself this time.
I like Drip Drop though. I like his approach. I guess it's a little weird. You know what I'm saying? And he stretches a lot of stuff, but still decent channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crime Circus. My name's Drip Drop, and I'll be your host.
Oh God, hold on, callers. I gotta switch screens now. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna answer your call.
As always.
Thank you, caller. Thank you. I got to go through a lot when I start changing screens to get to the phone calls, guys. Hold the call for a minute. I'm trying to get down with this, why he thinks Bryan Kohberger is connected to Dakota Olden. Okay. I'm just trying to get to that point real fast. And then let me close the phone line so y'all don't blow them up while I'm trying to watch a video. Okay. That way we ain't got to hear that ring anymore. All right, let's jump back over here to Drippy and see this connection. All right. Right here. Here we go.
In this episode, I'm going to show you some connections that I found that might just leave you breathless, allegedly. But first, I'd like to clear up some misconceptions and confusions on my previous video, Ladders and Tunnels. Here, I present you a picture from the very beginning of the investigation. In fact, it's from my very first Moscow, Idaho video that I ever recorded. It's layout of the house, linked down below. This image
link down below. Hey, good self-promotion there, Drip Drop. Good self-promotion. Link down below. All right. Yeah, the ladder was there, and there is I don't believe that he climbed up the ladder and got into the residence. Okay. I believe he did know the layout. Everybody knew the layout. Damn, Drip Drop day one had the layout, right? It's not hard to get the layout to somebody's home. If you know the home, you can get right on Zillow. You can tell the value, who owns the home, the layout, the rooms. You can have even I showed the virtual floor plan of the house. Okay. So Bryan could have been studying those things. I do honestly believe he had scoped out the house. He knew the house. He knew who was in the house. I do believe he did go through the back door when he came into the house. He walked up the side, came through the back door, went in, committed his murders, walked right back out the same way he came into that house. So he probably just went right around his little side. Or, some people believed he was parked in this parking lot over here to the left at some point. So, and another thing, and when you go down that little side road back beside them apartments, you can see the back of this. And you got to remember, it's wintertime. So the trees don't have leaves and everything on it. So you're going to see through them. They're pretty bare that time of year. So I believe he had been scoping this house from behind it. Okay. He probably knew a lot of the people that had been partying there at this place. And so he knew how to get into the house. He knew how to do it. He knew how to do it without getting seen. And if you go through the front, which I'm pretty sure right here that the front is on the first floor of the home. Okay. The tri-level is in the back. So when the Uber Eats driver came, or DoorDash, whatever it is that they were eating, he had to have woke Bethany up. Okay. Because they would have had to go down to that door. I know her room is off to the side of that door and into the back. And I do know, look, here's one thing I do know about this part of Idaho is smoking THC is illegal. Okay. And in one of the videos that came out, and I know they were smokers, and this is the reason I'm going to tell you how I know they were smokers. Okay. Dolly's a smoker. Everybody know that. Right. But I don't take a lot of bong rips, but back in the day I did. Okay. Back in my young, days, I would smoke out of a water pipe. And there's a certain sound that is made when you hit a water pipe and you exhale it. You know what I'm saying? You don't usually exhale like when you letting loose a bong rip. Okay. And there's a video that's out there where they're hanging out in a room, and off to the side, you can, there's other people, and you can hear somebody take a bong rip. Okay. So I knew they were smokers, the age, college kids. Listen, I mean, everybody smokes. They're about to change the laws on legalization in our country anyway, far as that. But that stuff right there will end you up in jail in Idaho, right? It's crazy because you go right over the border, you can get all the shit you want. But right there, you can't. Okay. So, and just think if these kids did have drugs on them, they're smart. They have bright futures. They made some terrible decisions by having things illegally in the house. And if they get caught with them, it could jeopardize their future. All right. Let's be honest. These kids are going to a good school. They all have bright futures. And if they're doing something wrong that could jeopardize that, is that more important to them than their friends? And in this case, Yeah, that's what's wrong with me. You know, I smoked one time and I never exhaled. Okay. I never, you know. So I don't know. There's still strange things. There's some things that need to be answered. And I want to hear, that's the only really part of the trial I want to hear is what Bethany has to say. You know, why they, and we know the police lied to us. The police completely lied to us in this. They said in the very beginning that Bethany and Dylan were in the basement and they were asleep. Okay. Complete lie, completely fabricated. They knew that the suspect was a white male. They knew he was approximately a little bit over 6 foot. They knew he had bushy eyebrows. They didn't alert the public. Okay. They didn't even put out a picture of his vehicle, just a similar vehicle. They just completely, the police came out and completely just 100% lied to the public, and to make it seem like that somebody had a beef with the house. Okay. Do y'all remember that when they were coming out saying, we don't know if this is just an isolated attack on the house? Okay. The wooden planks on the house done pissed somebody off. Make good damn sense. We know it was an attack on an individual in the house. Nobody's mad at the fucking house. What do you think? If somebody rode by every day and go, man, I just hate that house. It shouldn't be trial level. I just hate it. One day I'm going to go in there and hurt everybody inside of it. Like, I don't think that's the way things go down in this world. Like, oh man, I hate that house. They should have painted it a different color. If it was white, I would like it. Okay. In the beginning, they were telling us somebody was mad at the fucking house. Somebody's mad at the house, man. Y'all ain't in no danger. School's okay. Yeah. That killer just was mad at that house. Y'all go back to class. That's basically what we got. Okay. And that's so far from the truth. This dude was a dangerous fucking person. He just brutally murdered 4 people on a college campus, right on the outskirts of college campus. And the possibility he could do it again. And you to give the public no clue to who this person is. You know, I thought that was crazy. They were really shut. They did get him. They did do a good job. If this is him, right? But what if he is found not guilty? Now, we heard in other cases that cops be planting evidence, right? Is there a way that somebody has set this man up? They had to have answers, kind of thing. They got to wrap this up. Can't have a killer on the streets. Let's grab somebody. And has information been planted? Because, like I said, there's no blood trail coming out the house. There's no markers that were placed. And there was nothing evidence outside the home. Not in his car. Not in his trunk. Not at his house. Not in his bedroom. Not at his parents. Nothing that ties him to the murder of these people. Except that touch DNA that is on that knife sheath. And if he was stupid enough, after all these years of master's degree in criminology, to go in there and purposely leave his fingerprint, to me, it sounds like he almost wanted to be caught. That this is all a game. He wanted the attention. I watched a video today with me and my daughter. Okay, we're sitting around watching this video, and it was about a dude that went into a school, and he actually fired a shot through a classroom door with a shotgun. Okay, that he used to go to school. He didn't want to hurt nobody. He says he just wanted attention. Okay, he wanted some attention, and me and Tiff was talking about it. I was like, well, he's gonna get some attention because he's about to get 25 years in prison or something like this. And this happened like 5 years ago. So Tiff gets on her phone and she looks up how long they gave the boy in prison. Okay, because he actually fired one shot through the door and then threw his weapon down and kind of just surrendered. Okay, so but that bullet hit the ground and hit a student in the foot. Okay, so he actually did shoot one student, but not like he went up to a student and shot him. He shot through a door and it bounced, ricocheted, and hit a dude in the foot. And Tiff looked it up, and the boy got 30 years charged with terrorist attacks and things of that nature. But he did this for attention. He clearly states that He wanted attention, and that he didn't plan on hurting nobody. He never wanted to hurt anybody. Well, you got some attention, bro. You're all over it. And he said that he did it to a school because schools got more attention than churches. That is how bad young people in this country, in this world we live in, they want what they call clout. They want attention. They want people talking about them. And they don't care if it's good, that you're talking about them for good, or if you're talking about them because they're fucking bad. You look at some of the YouTubers up here, some of them would just get talked about because they're so bad, right? And whatever brings you attention, shocking things, you know, the more crazy, more shocking you are, the more people that lock in to that type of stuff. You know, you look at people like your Fousey tubes acting fucking insane and videotaping it all and things of that nature. People want attention. They don't care if it's, you know, they say bad press is good press, but I don't agree with that. You know, I don't think anybody wants to hear people sitting around talking bad about them, you know, so I don't take bad press as good press. I take good press as good press. Okay. Bad press is damn, let me get some good press.
Was taken on the very first day of the investigation. Look at this. This is very red. This was right after. This was before it snowed. Some of you doubters out there were a little confused.
I don't think that has anything to do with blood. That's not blood. That is just the roofing. Rust or something of that nature has accumulated there. Probably from the gutters or drains or raggedy ass leaves, but that's definitely not blood on the roof of the house. Okay. And I don't believe he went through the windows on the front of the house. The first thing is that if you have a fucking neighbor and you look over and there's a dude scaling the front of a house, you're going to call the police. Okay. Little bit of a stretch, Drip, a little bit of a stretch. Is it possible? Yes, Drip. It's possible. It's possible. He could have climbed up there. Likely? I don't think that's likely.
And said, drip drop, it's snow. No, this was before it snowed. You can see right here, look how red it is. And this photo has not been altered or manipulated in any way whatsoever. I don't do that to any of the photos that I include.
Okay, Drip Drop. For him to have got blood in the front of that house right there, he would have had to go in that house, Drip Drop, kill those people, and climb out the front damn window of the house, okay, and bleed all over the ledge, okay? That didn't happen, bro, okay? Is it possible? Let's go. I mean, yes, it's possible. It's possible, but that didn't happen, okay? He didn't climb through the front window. We know for a fact that he exited through the black sliding glass door, that entrance was unlocked. Why would he do that? If there's, I mean, my first thing to do if I was trying to get up in your house is I'm gonna go check the front door first, okay? And then I'm gonna check the windows on the first floor, front door, back door, lower windows, and then I'm gonna go, oh well, damn, let me check the upper windows because there's a ladder right here, you know. And I think that's how any person's gonna, you know. I couldn't say, well, let me go up to this house instead of checking the front door to see if it's unlocked. Let me climb into the third floor or the second floor window. LOL. Dolly can't never play a video without stopping it 1,000 times. That's when you review a video, that's what you're doing. So I'm kind of reviewing it. You know, me and Drip Drop, we're having a discussion here. All right. ZA says it got to be rust. You know, common sense, guys. Common sense.
Include in these videos. These are authentic and original as I find them. Now let's have a look-see down here at the ladder. You can see it is placed the proper, correct way up against the house so you could climb up it. Some of you were confused because at some point the police had turned it around so nobody could climb up the ladder. Yeah, boom.
Boom. Shakalaka. I don't know if that's a boom moment. Okay, boom. Boom. All right. It is placed there. You could climb up there. All right. But a killer, 4 o'clock in the morning, I ain't climbing up no damn ladder to the front of your house. I just don't see that happening. That ain't a boom moment, okay? It ain't a boom moment. That ain't like a shocker.
I was right once again. We can't always all be right all the time, but I'm usually right. Some of you were confused and thought,
I don't know. He says he's usually right. Some of your decision making. I don't know about drip drop. I don't know about that one.
That might have been a police ladder that CSI brought to the scene. Well, now let me present you this exhibit that was taken months prior to the crime actually happening. The
ladder is there. There is a ladder. So maybe they have been locked out. Maybe they've used this ladder for some reason to break into the house. Because really, let's be honest. There's no reason for there to be a ladder there. Okay, unless they're using it to climb up something. Okay. Or that's just where they've stored it. I don't know if they don't have an outbuilding or a shed or anything like that. And they chose just to set the ladder on the side of the house. But that day it was definitely standing up. Okay. But I don't believe he used it to scale the side of the house.
Ladder is at the house and it's laying on its side unused. So at some point somebody had turned that ladder right side up so they could climb up on the ledge. Yeah. Anyways, moving right along.
I don't doubt that. Okay. At all. That somebody turned that ladder that way so they could climb up on the ledge. But Bryan Kohberger didn't do it to climb up there. All right. Here's the thing. For there to be blood up there, he would have had to climb back out that way, climb down the ladder, right? There'd be blood on the ladder. There'd be footprints outside the window. We know for a fact from the statement of the witness, the eyewitness that was in the house, that he exited through the sliding back door. Now, unless she's lying and he was Spider-Manning up the house at 4 o'clock in the morning, instead of checking the door that's open. Yeah, I don't know. I think the ladder really in this has nothing to do with it. It's just a ladder that just happened to be there that they happen to own. Okay. There's ladders out on the side of my house right now and a kayak. Okay. So, I mean, does that mean anything? No, it's just there. Like I would think if somebody came to break in my house, they wouldn't climb up. One, I ain't got a second floor. I live in a ranch, but they ain't gonna climb on the roof and try to break into my house to kill me. I mean,
this may be slightly confusing for some of you that aren't familiar with some of this terminology, but bear with me, stick it out through the end of the video, and you will arrive with me at the mega boom.
The mega boom. It sounds like he's selling used cars. You know what I'm saying? The mega boom. I'm ready. Anybody ready for the mega boom? All right, the mega boom. Bryan Kohberger connected to Odinism. Boom.
This case is about connections. Who knows who, so on and so forth. You have to connect the dots.
I think, Drip Drop, you might have one of those Odin patches on right now.
As a proper investigator. So that's what I've done. Some of this stuff in this video I have chosen to redact. I have censored some full names. I do fear.
Don't be doxing, Drip Drop. Don't be. The internet will come for you. The Odin boom. Boom.
These people. I really do. And the origins of this family tree is personal and private, and it's not to be released. I'm just going to show you part of this tree, but I won't explain exactly how I got to the formulation of this tree.
Okay. Well, let me tell you about a tree. There's a tree in my backyard. It's been growing for years. Okay. It has a bunch of limbs on it with leaves.
You'll just have to trust the process and witness this presentation.
You're going to have to trust us on that at this point.
Check this out.
You're going to have to trust us at this point.
Kaylee's father is named Steve, and Steve has a brother named Nathan. Nathan would be Kaylee's uncle. About a year ago, Nathan was sentenced to 20 years in the state penitentiary for passing away a man. Yeah, and the circumstances around his passing are...
passing away a man? I've never heard nobody say that. You know, I've heard a lot of people say a lot of things to cheat the damn so they can keep their video monetized. I've never heard that said before. That's a new one to me right there.
Are very suspicious and are most likely drug related, allegedly. Also, Steve's brother has a previous prison sentence for drugs. Yeah. So, about this passing away that Steve's brother's doing 20 years in the state penitentiary for, I found an article and it says the one and only witness was uncooperative. I believe that uncooperative witness was the victim's son, because 2 days later, the victim's son called 911 with some additional information. And he had already known that his father was in the hospital regarding this event. It wasn't until his father passed that he decided to give some key information.
What the hell? Did he make that noise or was that a sample? What the hell was that?
That's a bit sus to us.
Sus to us. To me, that was a little bit sus right there, homie. Okay? That whole, that was a little weird. Okay? That was a little fucking strange and some change right there. That was almost as strange as the spiders on your face. Okay? I'm just saying. That was weird. That was a weird one.
And what is with these long delays calling 911? What's going on with these people? It seems to always be drug related when there's a delay calling 911. Understandably. You might be wondering what I'm getting at. What's this got to do with Bryan Kohberger and the Idaho 4? Bear with me.
Bear with me. Okay, lions and tigers and bears with me.
We're going to get there, I promise. It will be worth.
It's slow. It's slow. We got Dolly talking, pause, and you talking slow as Justin for all. It's getting real.
Watching this video because I've uncovered some super important deets.
Boom!
Allegedly. You got to remember, this is all someone else's fantasy, not mine and not yours. We're just observers. Anyways, let's proceed. Steve's brother Nathan had no.
Have you been to Antarctica?
Yes. It's
children according to his multiple divorce filings, as seen here. The man that Nathan is in prison.
What the hell? Okay. Drip drop. Drip drop. Drip drop. Drip drop. What the hell does this got to do? What does the father's brother have anything to do with this? It almost sounds like the family of the girls didn't have shit to do with this. Okay? They didn't. If anybody, if you was just up here accusing the roommates, I could get down with it. Right. But to me, it sounds like it's going in a direction like that through the brother is connected to this and that, was locked up with, I don't know. It just seems like one of those things. All right, let's finish it.
And for passing away, his name was Damon. So hypothetically, if Damon's family or any memberships that he were a part of wanted to seek revenge, they couldn't do it against Nathan's children because he had none. So his closest relative would have been Kaylee. Yeah, let me explain. This really isn't that.
Okay, so he's saying that this dude unalived somebody. So in retaliation, seeking revenge, they unalived Kaylee and then went through the house and just happened to leave a knife sheath with Bryan Kohberger's blood. I don't know about that one. Drip.
Uncommon for family members of victims to seek vigilance. I've seen it in
that hurt his kid, and he tracked him down after they let the dude out on bond, and he shot somebody that was with him trying to shoot him. So yes, vigilante justice does happen. People will, come for you if you're not incarcerated. It happens. So that part is true, but I don't think this is the circumstances under these things that this was behind drugs. I do believe there was drugs in that house, though. I can agree with, that's why it took so long for the police to be called.
Look at these various articles that I'm putting on the screen right here. This is on the news. This happens all the time. And look at the former UFC fighter Cain Velasquez. He did some.
See, I just said the same thing. This is happening now, Cain Velasquez. That's why I knew to say that. Cain Velasquez, like I said, he took his child to a daycare ran by this lady, and her son is one of those bad people. So while his kid was in the care of these people, his son was harmed, or his family member was harmed, and they took charges out of him. He was arrested. He bonded out. Cain Velasquez went and got a gun, got into a high-speed chase with the guy chasing him, and started shooting at the vehicle, and one of the bullets struck the guy's stepdad in the shoulder. Of course, they arrested Cain Velasquez, charging him with attempted murder. This dude should never have been out of jail. These people that are hurting kids like this, what do you expect a father to do? Right? And a lot of powerful people have came and put money up and tried to help Cain Velasquez because they understand it. These people did something horrible and made this man lose his shit. Should he have did it? No, he shouldn't have. Is it 100% wrong? Yes, it is. But under the circumstances, this is one of those I would plead insanity at the time that I did it. I couldn't control myself, Your Honor. This person is a monster. And he should have never been released from jail. And if he hadn't have been, Cain wouldn't be in trouble right now. Okay. So Cain is free. He's out of jail right now. He's out on bond. They've got him out. He still has to go to trial and everything for it. Former heavyweight champion of the UFC. Yeah, and not good.
Something very similar. He sought street vigilante justice outside of the courtroom for his victim family member. Yeah. Remember, I'm not just making this up. Kaylee got it the worst.
We have just confirmed Kaylee Gonzalez's injuries were significantly more brutal than her best friend Maddie's injuries.
And I don't think that's because she was, I believe the first person to attack was going to have the worst injuries because of his rage. Like when he probably first went in and went to town. And as he's swinging that knife, you know, he's getting tired. He's getting weaker. You know, it's anything. It's stamina, adrenaline. He's having that dump. So, of course, he probably stabbed the first person the most in that rage of whatever rage he was trying to let out. And then, of course, the next person. And in time he got downstairs, he ain't going to have the same amount of energy that he had upstairs. And, you know, you remember some of these wounds came from another instrument. Okay. Let's be honest. Let's look back. Remember the wounds said were stabs and what appeared to be gashes, big gashes. Did he have another item that he was attacking these people with? Remember the very initial reports, there were stab wounds and there was big, huge gashes of looked like something with an item. They didn't say a knife, but something along that lines. Is Dolly's call line open? Oh, not right this second, Andrew. It will be in just a few minutes. I got it closed right now because we're going over this drip drop video. So give me a second.
Which may end up being a very, very important piece of evidence when it comes to determining who the target was in this attack. A very, very important piece of evidence.
Her own father said so. That's why he's been the one that's been the most emotional regarding this whole thing. You don't see the other parents acting the way he's been acting.
That is true. You don't hear much from the other parents, but I think he more or less is the spokesperson for what is going on. You know, let me tell you this. If something happened like this to my daughter, I wouldn't want to be the person on the media. Okay. Maybe her father is the only one that can hold his shit together, you know, long enough to sit down with a camera crew. Because me, I wouldn't be able to. Okay. So in times like this, okay, maybe there are other fathers, they can't put themselves through it. You know, because every time he answers these questions, or every time somebody asks him something, he has to think about his daughter. It brings, and not that he don't think about his daughter all the time, but you're just bringing it right back up to him. The memories right to him, right to him, right to him, right to him. It takes a lot of strength to be able to sit there and deal with the biggest nightmare you ever faced in your life, keep a straight face, and talk to cameras. Okay. Usually when I'm upset, I can't even get on YouTube. All right. So.
Plus, the police said it was targeted. And that's typically what they say for drug or cult hits.
What can you tell us about the targeted attack?
They
I don't think it was targeted.
have told us that it was targeted, but they told us they can't tell who.
I'll cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Their means of death don't match.
Maddie's
They don't.
and Kaylee's cause of death, it does not match based on the autopsy report.
They don't match.
Yeah.
Would indicate that one of them.
He doesn't have
may
to go
have
up
been
the
the target.
steps. Let's stop playing games, guys. I need somebody to step up and be an outfit. Be somebody to be a leader. Don't make me do it. I don't want to do it. He doesn't have to go up the steps. Their points of damage don't match. I'm just gonna say it. It wasn't leaked to me. I earned that. I paid for that funeral. I paid for that. It's my right. You ain't taking that from me.
Calm down.
If you don't want to say nothing, that's your bet. But don't say I'm leaking anything. I paid that bill. Sent my daughter to college to get an education. She came back in the box, and I can speak on that.
The police were very confident in the beginning that there was no danger to the rest of the public. They seemed to know exactly what was going on behind the scenes.
This was a targeted attack that we believe.
This was not, see, that's when we get into they were lying to us. Drip Drop pretty much going over basically what I just went over. I used to like Drip Drop a lot, but he's making a circus out of this, and I have lost a lot of respect for him, Alabama Mama 4. Okay. I think Drip Drop does a really good job when he don't try to stretch everything. Like, I'm just saying he's reaching a lot, you know? I think when he just covers what's going on, he's good. I think Drip Drop is really good at what he does. He looks weird as shit, right? Look, Dolly look weird, so I can't say nothing. But he looked weird as shit, but I think he's really good when he stays on track with the facts. When he tries to stretch it, like he tries to connect things to me in more of a conspiracy kind of way, like instead of like just sticking to his opinion. Like well, in my opinion, there could be some connections. You make it be like it is like 100 a fact, right? Like he puts it out like this is for certain, but none of it's really for certain. You know, honestly, it's not.
I believe it was a targeted attack. I mean, to be honest, you're going to have to trust us on that at this point, because we're not going to release why we think that. You're going to have to trust us on that at this point.
Maybe there's even something really suspicious about the crime scene. Maybe there's a red F on one of the walls. We don't know because they won't exactly tell us much about anything. Plus, this was the one and only weekend that Kaylee had returned to that home, and then she was leaving forever. How do you think she could afford that Range Rover anyways? We'd only be speculating because we really don't know. You can see the pain in front.
Well, look, let me tell you this. There's a lot of rumors that she may have did some, you know, fans only fan, whatever the hell that shit is. But I don't think there was even no truth to that. If you work as some waitresses make really good money depending on where you work. If you have really good credit, unlike Dolly, you can get payments down pretty cheap to where you can afford some nice things if you pay your bills on time. Okay. Unlike Dolly. Maybe the girl has a good credit score. Like my kid is 23 and she has almost a perfect credit score. Okay. So if she was to go buy her something to where it would cost me damn $1,000 a month to get, she can go get it for a couple $100. You know, it all depends on your credit score and things of that nature and how you finance your money. You know, if you finance your money well, you can have really nice things if you know how to manage your money. Maybe she had a sugar daddy. She's a pretty girl. I guarantee you this. There's some old guy somewhere lining those pockets. Okay.
Frustration when Steve speaks.
Every day that goes by and you don't hear anything, what does that do?
Just tells me statistically I'm gonna have to do more work myself. I'm not going to sit here and just be a crybaby dad. I can't do it public if he's sitting there laughing and smirking and feeding off everybody's misery. If I can keep any part of this animal's fantasy from coming true, then I'm gonna do it.
Moscow PD has not been forthcoming or upfront or honest with him. He demands answers. In fact, he even wants cameras in the courtroom. Of course, he wants Bryan Kohberger to be guilty, but in his gut, he allegedly may feel a different way because he knows about his brother. He knows about the lifestyle his brother was mixed up in.
I disagree with that. I totally. This is where it's a stretch. This is where it's a stretch. He is literally up here blaming the family of dead kids. Drip drop. Come on, bro. Come on. Like he was good in the other stuff leading up to this. This is a little bit effed up. This is a little bit of I don't know. It's not good. I don't think it's good to get out here and blame or even suggest. I don't know. That's that. Same. I disagree with this BS. That is a little, man, bro. You know, damn. And I like your content. I think when you're not reaching for things or stretching like so far, really, 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 really good content. This right here is like you're literally blaming the family of a girl that's been brutally murdered. That's not good, Drip Drop. You know, that is bad. It just ain't something, you know. And you sound so confident that you're stating it like it's fact, you know? Like at least let your viewers and everybody in YouTube know, hey, this is just what I'm thinking. Hey, this is weird coincidence or something. But you're stating it like he knew and like this is factual information. That's what's so scary about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't sound like you're giving your opinion. It sounds like you're stating facts.
It's probably also why they won't release the 911 call and why it took so long for the 911 call to even be placed. There may be a serious drug/cult connection, and we're going to get to it. I did some digging, and then I did some more digging, and I formulated a family tree.
Oh, Lord. There's some cult connection, all right. You know, it's weird to see a dude with damn white face paint on with spiders on his face talk about a cult. You look like the leader.
I wanted to look into who the man was that Steve's brother Nathan passed away and who his connections and family members were. I discovered that he has a son that is a manager at a marijuana grow operation near Portland.
Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Let's hear this connection. This is a reach right here.
So I took a look. I looked into the son and who his connections were. I took a look at his Instagram page. I saw this picture.
Okay, I know the haters right here would say, right now, Drip Drop is doxing this girl's family. Now, I know that's what the haters would say. Am I wrong about that? Is this considered doxing, chat room? I know internet-wise, if you talk, you're doxing, okay? But this is sort of doxing. I had no clue to who their family was, okay? I just think you leave people's families out of it unless they're brought into the investigation, okay? Like, these people ain't in the investigation. Why are you showing pictures of them? I mean, it's like, imagine you get on the internet and you watching some shit and you see a picture of you on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's random, but You know, this dude might not have nothing to do with any of this other than the fact that he did some bad things and ended up in prison. And
I saw that picture. I thought, okay, let me dive a little deeper. And then I found this guy. Somebody with the family name that has connections to Coeur d'Alene. And he's about the same exact age as the victim's son. So I'm assuming that he's the cousin. He's also connected to just north of Coeur d'Alene in a town called Alto. And when I do a Google search for Alto, Idaho, this is the first image I see. And I thought to myself, that's interesting.
All right, we got to work on that. It sounds a little, I don't know, drippy. Sounds a little drippy.
Interesting. I think I've seen that place before somewhere. Was it in my dreams? No, it wasn't. Actually, I just saw that picture right here. Boom.
Boom. He's at a lake in the town that he lives in. Boom. That is, what is the chances of that? OMG. OMG.
The victim's son that Steve's brother passed away has a direct connection to Coeur d'Alene and Alto. That's the same place. If you don't think that's the same place, please let me know. But I think that's him in his little kayak floating around in that lake. And the trees look the same. The water looks the same. Everything looks the same.
Yeah, like trees. They look like trees. Like, you know, I know they look alike. Like, you know, trees look alike. Sometimes water looks like water. You know, it's just saying, you know, you could take any lake, any picture of a lake, pictures of trees, and it would look similar. But I mean, I don't get the whole boom. I don't get it. Am I missing something? Did I miss something? Because I don't see the big boom moment. It sounds just like you're just digging through Steve Gonzalo's family, you know, and posting pictures of them and saying, look at this and look at that and look at this and look at that. Boom! And you throw in some good music, like a boom effect with it, a little bit of fucking smoke, and people are like, yeah. But to me, you are playing with a rubber band and you are stretching the shit out of it, okay?
Attention bargain hunters. Don't miss out. Here's a free backpack. Take it. It's
I'll
yours.
take it. I need it. Hey, what happened here?
But that's not all. We're going to get to where I'm leading with all this. I know some of you out there are thinking, drip drop, get on with it. None of this means anything.
Drip drop, I've been thinking that shit for how long are we into this video now? For like 11 minutes, okay? And I actually like you. I think you make good videos, everything. It's like this shit right here, though, boy. I don't know what cult meeting you had before this video came out, but like, to me, it's like you're blaming the family and you're doxing the family and you're opening yourself up for like a lawsuit. I'd be scared to be like, can we get a allegedly? Can we get a, in my opinion? This is what I'm thinking. Because you're kind of stating these things like fact, like, and that's not good. Okay. And that's how a ton of misinformation and things like that get spread.
Okie dokie, let's go. Some of you may or may not be familiar with the DELPHI case from Indiana involving Richard Allen. He was arrested about 10 months ago. They say he committed the crime. The defense released paperwork recently that showed that the sheriff lied to get the arrest.
Allegedly lied to get the arrest. Okay. See, that's the wording in it. He lied to get the arrest. Allegedly, there's some things that are coming out that they're trying to get thrown out, but that ain't fact that this man lied about the arrest. Okay. There's no fact in that yet. Right. So you can't state something as a fact that's not a fact. I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, but I would suggest otherwise. So it's the wording that you're using. And you know the internet, man, they'll pick your wording apart. You may be meaning something else, but the way you say it, you know, then people will be like, well, this is what you said, but that ain't what I meant, you know, kind of thing.
I'm going to have to do a full-blown deep dive into that case very soon because Richard Allen is an innocent man. And he is allegedly being framed by...
Okay. Now, the Richard Allen being an innocent man thing and this whole cult of Odin thing, shit, I don't know. Let me tell you something, Drippy. Let me tell you something, bro. If they were saying right now, Dolly unalive drip drop, okay? This is I'm going to use Drippy, drip. I'm going to use you as an example. They're saying, Dolly, they got me arrested. You unalive drip drop, okay? I'm going to be like, oh, hell no, I didn't. Oh, no, Dolly didn't unalive drip drop. You ain't find no makeup on me. None of that. No fingerprints. No, didn't do it. I'm not getting on the phone and calling PJ and being like, hey, PJ, I off unalive damn drip drop. It's not going to happen. Nobody twists your arm when you use those jail phones. I don't know if you've been locked up, drip drop, but you're in there with a bunch of people. There's no guards in there twisting your arm around your head, making you call your mama and confess to a murder. There's nobody making you call your wife and confess to a murder. Okay. Did he put those sticks on the bodies to make it look like somebody else did it? I mean, what about that? That he was trying to blame it on people that are into Odinism. Maybe he's from that area. He knows that religion is prominent with people around that area that he could pin these crimes on. So he commits these crimes and he makes it look like they were cult sacrifices. So they would blame these Odinism people on it. And then he goes in his delusional world and he starts saying that these people are out to get him, blah, blah, blah. Right? Why bring it up? Because maybe his crimes, he knew the crimes looked like some stuff of the occult. Okay. Because he committed the crimes. And that's why he's saying what he's saying right now. Okay. Just saying.
By the cult of Odin, who is actually allegedly responsible for the passing away of Abby and Libby, the two victims in Delphi, Indiana, RIP. And it's not just the Delphi defense lawyers coming up with weird, crazy conspiracy theories. Every single point that they came up with was based on the official police investigation that the top commanders refused to act on. The lower tier police officers and detectives were on the right trail.
I don't know. I think this has been going on for 5 years, 6 years, technically 6 years. We got a lot of strange things in it, from Keegan Kline to Richard Allen. I don't think that Stephen Gonzalez's family has anything to do with any of this. Okay. This is like a super big stretch. Super big stretch.
The higher up said, oh, no. Do not investigate the cult of Odin. They've been cleared. That's right. In Delphi, the cult of Odin members were cleared within the first 2 weeks of the crime. Of course, the crime went unsolved for 6 years.
Okay, now, when you say the cult of Odin, they were cleared. Who was cleared in the cult of Odin? You see what I'm saying? That's like, they went to a professor, and the professor said that the crimes didn't appear to be done by the occult. Okay? They didn't clear really anybody. Right? They've been investigating it for the last 6 years. Now, I'm going to tell you straight off the rip, it took a crazy left turn for me, right? The whole Richard Allen thing. I mean, in my mind, and this is just in my mind, I was convinced that Keegan Kline had did it. Okay. But that's just my opinion. There's no proof that Keegan Kline did it or none of these other things. Just in my thought process was like, yo, if Keegan Kline is Anthony Schatz and Anthony Schatz has led these girls to the Indiana Bridge, then Anthony Schatz, whoever Anthony Schatz is the killer. And I believe that the state police, they believe that. Right. And And there's usually not many times that I'm confident in the police. And I was really confident in the police when they came out and they gave their press conference. They said they got this. They said, we got it. We just need more time to put it all together. And I was thinking at that point, okay, they're going to charge Keegan Kline with these deaths after 5-6 years, right? No, hell no. Something totally different. Totally blew my mind. I was like, what? And you know, he does admit that he was there. He admits it was a different time. Eyewitnesses were wrong. They did get a search warrant on some things like an ejected bullet and things of some weird natures to get the search warrant. Okay. And we can say that, okay, let's throw out the search warrant. Let's throw out the gun. Let's throw all that out. Okay. But what we can't throw out is the confession. Dolly, wear clown makeup for Halloween. Be drip drop. Make a skit. Drip drop looks like a satanic version of Dr. Seuss. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He looks like the cat in a hat with fucking devil makeup on. Okay. Corpse makeup is what they call it in the death metal world. So he got his corpse makeup on and with some spiders, and maybe drip drops into death metal. It would make sense. He's into the corpse paint for sure. And he kind of got his Dr. Seuss hat and his flannel. So when he's not making green eggs and ham, he's chopping down fucking trees. I don't know. Make it make sense, YouTube. Make it make sense.
Until they decided to arrest the wrong guy. My point is, they cleared all of the key members that were actually most likely probably guilty and responsible for the crime. Clear, 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 clear this. Boom. The cult of
Boom. I will not eat green eggs and ham in a tree with a bumblebee. Okay. Sam, I am. Okay. Sam, I am. Boom. Shakalaka. I like to chill with Drip Drop. He looked like he'd be a cool dude to chop it up with. Let's see if we can get old Drip Drop up here to hang out with me. You know, he's probably watching this video going, fuck Dolly. You look like a damn redneck. Okay. I didn't dress you up like Dr. Seuss. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad. I like green eggs and ham. Matter of fact, Dr. Seuss, my favorite author.
Odin are also known as Odinites, and they are
probably the only books I can read.
Very dangerous people, and some of them are some of the highest ranking officials in government.
I don't know about that. Right? I usually hear about the Illuminati, the Masons. I ain't never heard Jay-Z, Kanye West say shit about Odinism. Okay. If 50 Cent ain't out there screaming it and Kanye and Jay-Z, it don't exist. ZA, thank you. Turtles, hit that like button. Everyone, please, for Dolly and PJ's World. Thank you guys. Yeah, definitely. There's like almost 500 of you in here. So there should be at least 500 likes.
I'm actually in fear for my life just recording this video.
Oh, shit. Okay. He's in fear for his life. Do y'all think he's like, if you really think this man fears for his life right now, press 1 in the chat room. Okay. If you think he's trying to be dramatic for like, I don't know, for whatever it is, press 2. Okay. Because I think he's just being like a little dramatic. I don't think he's scared for your life. Right. Unless you think somebody's going to like, thank you, Dr. Seuss, and like try to put you in a box. I don't know. Okay, I don't think anybody's buying it.
But I think this information is important enough for me to risk everything. Now,
this information ain't that important. Okay, he's risking it all right now. You're risking it all, like, because you might get sued, so you might be right. You might be in some danger, legal danger, because this is just it. I don't know. I just don't know. He's trying to connect. There's no connection.
Getting back to the relative of the victim, that Kaylee's dad's brother passed away. Here he is. I know you're thinking, so what?
He already knows what we're thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. Drip drop. Look, if he was a mind reader, you could definitely, because I was totally thinking, so what? He had me pegged. He knew what I was thinking.
Well, you might think that this is just a normal picture. There's nothing normal about this. Do you recognize?
Boom! Do you recognize the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu triangles? I don't know. What is it?
Is that symbol on his right hand? If you don't, well, let me familiarize you with what that tattoo symbolizes. I recognized that symbol immediately because it was in.
Because you're in the damn occult, okay? You the leader. You probably tattooed it on him, Drip Drop. Okay, that's why you the only human being on YouTube that knows what that damn symbol means, because you got some scary ass spiders tattooed on your face. What does that mean? Okay, what does that symbolize? I just want to know.
In the Delphi court documents. It's a Cult of Odin tattoo. Yeah. And you can verify this yourself with a simple Google search. Look at these images. This is undeniable. Let's look what he's got on his other hand. That right there is another Cult of Odin tattoo, as seen here. Yeah, this man is an Odinite. This man is part of the Cult of Odin, allegedly. But that is what those tattoos actually factually are.
Now, is Odinism a cult? Okay. So, I mean, if any it's like pagan stuff to me. From what I understand, Odinism, paganism, similar but not the same.
Yeah, I'm not just making this up. This has been well researched. This is documented. This is an official, real cult. They have members all over the place. They really do scare me. And now taking a look at this other.
Like, hey, Drip Drop, have you ever heard of like cosplay where people go out there and they role play like they're Vikings and they live in the like Civil War reenactments and things of that nature? Just because there's a group of people that believe in like the old Scandinavian ways or something, does that really make them a cult? Or does that make them a bunch of people that like to play dress up?
Picture of him. It's pixelated, it's blurry, but I can see through the pixels. He's got an arrow tattooed on his forearm. That is also on the list of symbols of Odin.
Ooh, he has an arrow, and he also has a gun on his hip. He could have used that gun in an unaliving of other cult members when they were doing human sacrifices to the spirit world. I think it just, I don't know. He don't look like a voodoo witch doctor to me.
Yeah, so do you see where we're at in this investigation at this point?
What is the yeah? What is he saying? Yeah? What the hell does he say right there? Is he saying yeah? Like yeah, yo, motherfucker? What is he saying?
On the list of symbols of Odin. Yeah, so do you see where...
Yeah, what is that? How do you spell that? Yeah. Is that like a code word for something?
Where we're at in this investigation at this point. This is scary. Also, how about this shirt? As soon as I saw this shirt, I said to myself...
Oh, I said to myself, Odin. Let me guess. I ain't seen this, but I'm thinking as soon as you seen that shirt, you were thinking, Cult of Odin.
Drip Drop. I think you've seen this shirt somewhere before. I saw something very similar in the Delphi court documents.
Ooh, in the Delphi court, it does look similar. So he's into Odin. What does that got to do with anything, though? Okay. I'm sure you can find one of my family members that is into some damn weirdo shit if you really start digging, you know? You can't control what your family likes.
For the Cult of Odin. It's some sort of manipulated American flag. And then they put their own little symbols on it. Now this one I may be stretching on. I don't.
Yeah, you the whole video you're stretching on. He knows he's stretching too. He knows what he's doing, right? Look, somebody independent thinker says he's brainwashing us right now. And he knows what he's doing. He knows he's stretching. He knows he knows. But look, as a YouTube content creator, you got to come up here and talk about things. And if that's what he's sitting around thinking about and he wants to share that, I guess it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's just a stretch, like he said. He's like, I know what you. He already knows too that everybody's sitting here thinking, man, you done bumped your head, okay? And he knows that.
Don't know, but to me it looks very similar, but an alteration of it. And there are alterations of these logos. The Odinites are in the cult of Odin, and they allegedly passed away the 2 girls in Delphi, Indiana.
He said allegedly, and there's no allegedly they didn't. Okay? They didn't allegedly Richard Allen unalived the girls in Delphi, not the cult of Odin. Richard Allen is the one that brought up this cult of Odin. Okay? He is the one that's been saying it. Okay? Nobody else before that ever said cult of Odin. Okay? They went to the police, to a professor, because they thought it had signs of the occult. They never said Odin. Okay? They never said Odin. Odin didn't come out until Richard Allen made those calls, and his defense team said this group of people, Odin and Odinites, are forcing him into these confessions and things of that nature, which is even bigger stretch than what Drip Drop is doing right now. To be honest, let's be honest. The defense team is stretching their rubber band just as long as Drip Drops. Okay. So I get it. People, they take it and they're going to run with anything that may link one little tiny thing to another thing. But then you get into that whole rabbit hole of things that could go on and go on forever. Everybody on this planet is connected, right? But it's just how. It don't really mean that you really have anything to do with each other. It's just my cousin might be married to your brother. You know what I'm saying? And then so on and so on. Or this person works for this person that knows this person. You can find all kind of weird, strange links into this world, but that don't mean there's nothing to it.
So really, it would be nothing for them to do a sacrifice / retaliation passing away. I mean, seriously, what are the odds that Kaylee's father's brother passes away a man, and I find a direct connection from one of his relatives to the cult of Odin?
Okay, but the dude that passes the man away don't have Odin tattoos. Okay? He don't have tattoos, the dude that did it. Or neither does Steve Gonzalez. Right? Neither one of these dudes. You went down a line to find somebody that, I'm sure if you went to my family down along, somebody in my family thinks they're a Viking. I'm sure of it. Okay? I'm sure there's somebody in my family right now sitting around with a damn Viking sword and a damn hat on with horns. Okay? And living in some fairy tale fucking world. I mean, you will find it out there if you dig deep enough, I'm sure. But Drip Drop knows he's stretching, just like Richard Allen's defense team. They know they're stretching, right? When you come out and tell people, hey, it's so odd that you got to go, hey, man, you know, this is kind of stretching, but you know it's odd at that point.
Coeur d'Alene. Yeah. This type of stuff makes me nervous for myself and my family.
I don't think you got nothing to be nervous about. Now, what you need to be nervous about is like what is in that paint you put on your face, because it could have some chemicals over time that could seep into your face and cause cancer, right? We wouldn't want that, right? But I would be more concerned with face cancer than I would be about anybody coming to hurt you over the Idaho 4. Okay. I don't think you're going to wake up tomorrow and there's going to be people with Odin torches at your front door talking about, we want Drip Drop's head. Okay. Right. We want Seuss in a box nonstop. All right.
Because I'm uncovering some really deep things here, ladies and gentlemen.
Deep. That epically deep, dude. It's not, man, you're stretching. You're making it to be like it's like this big, huge like Illuminati type cover up by the world's top elite, or the sheriff and the mayor and the governor of Indiana are part of this secret cult of Odin. Everybody don't think they're a fucking Viking, okay? Everybody don't think they're Dr. Seuss. Everybody don't think they're a Viking. Everybody don't think they're Civil War reenactors. There's people that dress up like superheroes. There's people that go to Comic-Con, comic conventions. There's damn people in these days that dress up like furries, okay? That don't mean nothing. You know, it just don't mean nothing.
This is someone else's fantasy, but it feels very real to me. But that's not all. This family member of the victim, his hometown is listed as just 2 hours away from Delphi, Indiana. And within the Delphi, Indiana court documents...
Okay, does Drip Drop not understand doxing? He done map quested to their house. Look, this is people's family members and people that really don't have nothing to do with this, okay? Like, you could really talk about these people without showing them, without their locations, you know, things of this nature, because these, look, a lot of times people forget that we're real people up here on the internet. And as people on the internet, we got to remember that people out here are real people too. Okay. That shit goes both ways. You know, us people on the internet, y'all guys forget that we're real human beings. And I think sometimes the creators forget that people are real human beings too. You know, so just digging into his family is a little, it's a little odd. It's a little odd.
Odinites are listed up to 2 hours away and more from the crime scene. An Odinite 2 hours away actually partially confessed to this crime. He confessed to his sisters. His sister took a lie detector test and she...
Now that is true. Now that part, what he's saying, there is some rumors to that somebody else did confess to some crimes to their family member. But you know, is there any truth to that? Right? That is what's that being said out there, but we know how the internet works. Okay. Things are said all the time that are not 100% factual. All right. Now, I don't know if this lady took a lie detector and she passed and blah. I don't know if that's 100% factual, but I have heard that out there.
He passed. He also made utterance to a police officer that he spit on one of the girls. Anyways, I know a lot about Delphi, Indiana, and I'm going to...
See, PJ would be going off right here because PJ says the same thing all the time, to spit on a girl. Why would he say I spit on the girl? Now, I've heard PJ, I've argued with PJ over this 1,000 times of why this dude's spit would be on a girl. But who's to say that is true? Right? She did take a lie detector test. I don't know, but did they find DNA of somebody else on that girl? Right? If somebody said, hey, if my spit is on that body, I can explain it. Of course, I'm going to be looking for their spit on that body so they can explain it. So they never found nobody else's DNA on the body. So for the fact to say somebody spit on the body, we would have to say that's a lie. Because you can believe they swabbed every inch of Abby and Libby. Every bit of that crime scene was checked out, pictures taken. I'm sure they would have been all over some spit. Okay. So to me, I don't know. I just think that, do they got the right guy? I don't know. I think if they cannot connect him to Keegan, I don't think they have much of a case. But the confession, there's no way to really argue that confession. He confessed on the phone. He can say he was forced or whatever, but the fact is this: he confessed to the crimes.
going to make a video on it. It's seriously super important because an innocent man is rotting away and being tortured in jail, and he's on the verge of facing the rest of his life in a cage for a crime he did not commit, allegedly. Also of interest, let's talk about dates and numbers. The Moscow quad passing away happened only 2 weeks after Richard Allen was arrested for the Delphi passing aways of Abby and Libby. That crime in Delphi happened February 13th at approximately 3 p.m. As you know, Moscow was allegedly November 13th at 3 a.m.
No. No, it was not at 3 a.m. Okay. So he shouldn't have confessed. Yeah, I believe if you confessing the crimes on the phone, right? Ain't nobody standing there with a gun at your head, right? That don't happen in jails. Then he did it. I will never confess to a crime I didn't commit. Listen, I do know there's people out there that confess to crimes they did not commit. It happens a lot, believe it or not. But I don't believe this to be one of those cases of this. I've always believed it was somebody right there in the general area. The only thing that would have me doubt, with a lot of doubt right now, and I don't have no shame in saying it, is you got to prove to me that this man is connected to Keegan Klein. If you can prove that connection to me, and I was a jury member, I would convict Richard Allen of the deaths of these girls. If they cannot prove that this man led these girls out there, that he knew these girls were going to be out there, and this was just a coincidental crime of opportunity, that he was there and they were there, I'm not so sure of that. Okay. That, to me, I have a problem with, right? Because that couldn't have happened. You know, them girls were led to their death. You got to explain to me, if Keegan is not the person that did it, how does Richard Allen connect to Keegan? I think the cult of Odom has nothing to do with this. This may be him trying to put it onto somebody else. And that's why he's in there blaming them, because he knows he made the crime scene look like some occult stuff. Now, that's just my thoughts, you know, just my thoughts. That don't mean that this drip drop could be right. There could be this big, huge conspiracy where all the world leaders watch too many seasons of Vikings. Okay.
Seeing 13s and 3s. Both crimes happened on the 13th, both at 3 o'clock. No. People in cults really like their symbolism, numerology, and these weird things. I'm not just making up these weird connections.
One, we don't know exactly when the Delphi murders took place. Okay. We know they were walked a good ways down a trail into the woods. Okay. So we don't know exactly the time that the Delphi murders took place. Okay. And we know that the Idaho 4 didn't happen at 3 o'clock because they got their food later than 3 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, the only cult connection is you.
If you think they're coincidences, there certainly are a lot of coincidences here. I know that there's only about 3 or 4 good, honest, truthful YouTube channels out there that you can count on. Most of them will just give you clickbait, false information. The 4 of us, we don't believe in coincidences.
Okay, but you believe in fucking commercials. All right, hold on.
We can see the...
Okay, so I'm not one of those good YouTube channels. All right, because I'm going to tell you, like, how it is. You know, I'm going to tell you the fuck how it is. I ain't going to come up here and fall down some Illuminati conspiracy hole to where I think because some dude from some place has a tattoo that's not connected to somebody else or what didn't commit the crime that you're even talking about, has anything to do with any of this. You're talking about people from Idaho and people from Indiana that are not connected whatsoever. And then you're like, I don't know, bro. I think, and this is weird because I haven't seen a drip drop video that I was like, it made me question drip drop, right? I haven't, because he usually just brings you what's going on. But these wild, I don't know. I throw wild fucking conspiracies out there. I really can't say nothing, but I haven't seen much like him like this, but maybe I haven't watched enough of it. But to me, it's kind of blaming the family and doxing the family and weird. It's kind of weird. Ain't what you usually get from him.
Truth, we follow the clues and we connect the dots. But I know some of you out there might think this one's so far-fetched that I'm on my own on this one.
He knows. That's what he's like. Yeah, he knows. He knows. And that's where I'm at with you, Drip Drop. You definitely own your own on this one. Okay. You're reading my mind 100% for sure. So I'm one of those people you're talking to. Okay. Because he knows he's talking to me, because I'm one of those skeptic ass people. I'm skeptic about everything because in my mind, everything happens for a reason and it has to make sense. Shit in this world just don't happen for any reason. There's reasons for everything that happens. And I'm one of those people, I want to know the fucking reason. And it's just, I don't know. I'm not with you on this one. That is for sure. You said that right.
Maybe, maybe not, but I'm just a truth seeker looking for justice for the victim.
But look, Hunter says, I won't watch him based on this video. Look, one video by a person is not the best way to judge a person as a whole. Okay. Look, I fuck up. I say stupid stuff. I think this is him fucking up, him saying stupid stuff. You can't really you got to judge a person by their whole, what they bring to the internet as a whole. People are going to make mistakes, say stupid things. We're only human. You're going to say things that people disagree with, or sometimes, or fucking, you smoke one too many blunts before you put on your face makeup and you say some wild shit. It's the real world we live in. People fuck up and say crazy things. I don't really judge them by that. Like, oh man, this is so bad, I'm never going to watch this man again. No, it's not nothing like that to me. It's just like, I just disagree with it. And I don't think it's probably the best thing to do and things of that nature. When he brings out content that I like, I'll watch it.
There is so much more information to cover regarding this cult and the drug connections. Xana's own mother was arrested on some serious drug charges only 1 week after this crime happened. And there is a lot of other.
True. That is absolutely true. But that's her mother. Her mother, like, and that leads me to be like, well, this is one thing I don't disagree with Drip Drop on. That there was possibly something illegal in that house. Okay. That makes the time make sense. Why they did what they did and called other people first. But far as Bryan Kohberger connected to the cult of Odom, I don't see that happen. I don't see it happening. Now, in this case, if Richard Allen is not the killer in the Delphi, I believe that the Delphi is something involves the dark web. Okay. I believe that Richard Allen and Keegan Klein, Keegan's daddy, somehow, this is just my theory, guys. There's no proof to this. That's why I'm telling you this. I always try to, I don't want to tell you something like where it sounds like a fact, because some people bring stuff to you, boom, like it's a fact when it's not. That is some dark web shit and they're connected. And the government needs to figure it out how they're connected. And if you can connect them people, to me, it makes more sense. Right now, there's pieces of the puzzle that are missing. And maybe they'll piece them in for us, but right now they're just missing. So it's adding confusion to it.
They're alleged connections, but I can't possibly cover it all in this one episode. And this cult stuff is scary business because I know they're probably watching me right now.
Okay, PJ says, last 20 videos from him have been this bad at Dolly. Watch a few more later. You'll see. Okay, I'll watch more of them. I mean, I watched them a lot when it first happened. Okay, when it was real big news. And he didn't do so much blaming the families and speculating and things of that nature. He just kind of came up here and brought you like weird things that went on, like, well, look, this is connected to this and this is connected. So it's been, I guess it's been a stretch. Even then it was a stretch, but this seems even farther. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think you can, if you're going to stretch the story a little bit, stretch it a little bit, make it an interesting story, so you can add to your content, I guess. But I don't know, stretching that shit like out of place and where misinformation gets spread, right? Like, that's my hardest thing covering the Summer Wells case, is there's so much stuff out there that is misinformation, and there's so much real information. It's so waters are so muddy, it's hard to determine what's real and what's fake on the internet, or what is credible and what ain't credible information anymore. Because so many people take every word that their favorite YouTuber says as fact without doing any research, any checking. Oh no, I heard it on fucking Crime Circus, so this has to be the way. That ain't always the case. And that ain't even here for Dolly. I'm not always fucking right. I'm right a lot, but not always. I can think a million fucking things I've been wrong about. So when you got to have a little uncertainty. If you sound, because you can brainwash people. You can convince people of things that ain't real. And I think some people are really good at that. Maybe it's the spiders on the face that hypnotize you. Next thing you know, you believe in some weird ass, crazy cult shit. I don't know. I just think it's not a good way to approach it.
No. So now that my life's at high risk, if anything happens to me, if I disappear.
If you disappear, look, dude, if you took up the makeup, we wouldn't even know who you were. Okay. If you don't want nobody to get you, take off the Dr. Seuss hat. Okay. Wipe the face makeup off, and nobody would know who you are. You could walk right past the Odom dudes. They'd be like, that ain't him. He ain't got a spider on his face. We looking for the dude with spiders on his face. Okay. So look, if I was a hitman right now and they're like, yo, Dolly, we want you to unalive Drippy Drip, right? I'd be like, okay. And then I go looking for a dude with spiders on his face. Now, if you didn't have spiders on your face, I wouldn't know who you were, right? But as soon as I seen Dr. Seuss run by with spiders, I got you, okay? So I don't think your life is really in danger, but, the suspense, right? The suspense. I better tune back in tomorrow, because hopefully he's still here, okay? It's good. It's a good sell. YouTuber, content creator. It's a good sell. Man, I'm scared for my life. Look, I got better chances of that lady that got stuck in the sunroof coming here and getting me than you got Odonism getting you. Okay. I can 100% tell you I'm in way graver danger than you are ever on these internet streets, ever. Nobody's been to your house, your job. Never, ever has that happened to you. 1 year here, I got people literally trying to unalive me. Okay. And to make it make sense, it ain't the same. And do you see me worried? Do you hear me up here going, man, I'm in danger. My family, I better paint my face. Is what I better do. And be like, I'm somebody else. No, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Your life is not in danger. Okay.
You probably know which organization to look into. They'll probably get away with it because they don't seem to leave any DNA at any of these crime scenes.
Maybe they don't leave any DNA because they didn't do it. Okay. Maybe that's the case. All right. Look, to me, it sounds like one cult trying to blame another cult. Right there. You said your shit is true crime. What is it? Crime Circus cult? You in a cult. You a cult blaming another cult. How do we know the Crime Circus cult didn't do it? How do we know that them sticks wasn't in the shape of spiders? Okay. What if one of them sticks that were placed on the body had spider legs? Okay. And we just looking at it wrong. If you turn the other way, it's a damn cheek spider. What if there's signs of cheek spiders out there and we don't know? And you trying to pin it on some other cult when your cult is the one that did it? I mean, I really doubt they did it, but I'm just saying, if we stretching today, I think you're responsible for it. Where was you on that day? All right, I'm gonna start researching it. All my mods, let's start researching where Drippy Drip was on the day of Delphi. He has me concerned right now. He has me concerned with him trying to point the finger at somebody else. Okay. I want answers. I want answers.
They seem to be really good at what they do because they've got the right people in the right positions of power. I really hope the cult of Odin doesn't come for me.
I hope they do. They gonna come with a membership, right? You might be like, I'm not just a client. I'm also the president. Okay. I hope they come and get you to join, right? If there's anybody that looks like they're in the cult of Odin, it is my man Drippy. Okay, Drippy, no disrespect, but you look like you could be in a cult. Okay, I don't know what cult of people in the dark with smoke and Dr. Seuss hats, but it's a scary cult. If I seen a pack of you fuckers running up on me, I'd be like, dude, this is like a bad Dr. Seuss nightmare. Okay. This is like if you're kind of like if a horror movie scene. I don't know. I don't know if you're like Children of the Corn meets damn. I don't know. Papa Smurf. Okay. Is it a Papa Smurf hat? Is it a Dr. Seuss hat? Is it a sleeping hat? What fucking kind of hat do you got on? It looks like you got multiple hats on too. I don't know. Somebody said a white Smurf. This is when like if a fucking Smurf seen a ghost, okay? If Casper and Papa Smurf had a baby, they would have had Drip Drop. All right. Don't get mad at me, Drip Drop. Don't strike me, man. I'm just playing. I'm a YouTube content creator, okay? Damn.
Please pray for me. And good must.
I pray for you. You sure you don't look like you into Jesus Christ, okay? But I'll pray for you right here, Drop. Little baby Jesus, please wash his face for me, okay? Get the spiders off his face. Dolly is scared of spiders, little baby Jesus. They creepy. They spook me. I don't know what it is. Help this man. Make sure that the cult of Odin don't get little baby Drip Drop. We don't want his spiders crushed on his face. Okay. Bless this man that he don't come out stretching these crazy ass theories all over damn internet streets. Thank you, little baby Jesus. Amen. Okay. I'll hold you up, bro. I'll hold you up.
Defeat evil. The victims deserve it. The victims need it. We, as a civilized human species, need it. We don't need these evil demonic creatures among us always trying.
We don't need. When I think evil demonic creatures, I kind of think of people with painted faces and spiders. Okay, spiders are demonic creatures. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. I ain't seen a spider yet. Now I know what you're thinking. There may be some people out here, y'all might have a pet tarantula, scorpion, and hey, that's you. Okay, but to me, them bitches are scary. Okay, so you're already out here with scary ass images on your face, Drip Drop. I mean, I know it's shock value, Marilyn Manson type stuff. You gotta sell the crowd. You gotta sell the crowd. I mean, I came from an entertainment business. I know. I get it. Still a little strange.
Trying to hurt us and frame people and put innocent people in prison and pass people away. It's not right. I think I'm really starting to understand the answer when I
want to see Drip Drop with a beard. Okay. Can you imagine him with a beard?
I ask, what do they have to hide? Yeah. If any of these weird...
Somebody said he needs to lay off the Smurf berries. Okay, look, how much gold could Gargamel turn his ass into? Let's call Gargamel and be like, yo, dog, we got a white Smurf. Fuck the blue ones. That's old. We got the white from Colombia. It's pure. We got the pure drop, dude. We got you. Gargamel. I'm telling you, bro. Make all the gold you want out of this dude.
Weirdos try to frame me or set me up for anything, just know I didn't do it.
You did it. You did it. I'm going to be the one to set you up. Right now, we're investigating where you was at during the Delphi killings because I think them sticks were in the shape of spiders. There's the connection right there to your cult, and you're trying to blame it on another cult. To me, that is a connection. Okay. You are directly connected to maybe shit. We got to find out where you were on the 13th. We got to find out where you were on the damn 3rd. And we want to know where you was at 3 o'clock. Okay. Because apparently them threes, something with you, 333. It's that synchronicity. When the world is lining up, it'll shine right down on you. Now I'm telling you, boom, there's your boom for the day. Boom. I think he's connected. All right. And we're going to dig it out. We're going to dig out the truth. We're going to connect your cousin to damn Queen Elizabeth. All right. That's how it works.
So I just wanted all of you to know that because
he says that with a creepy ass kid laughing in the background. I want y'all to know that. When I get out of here, I'm playing Pokemon. Okay. Pokemon. As soon as I take this face and paint, I'm going to play me a damn game of Minecraft.
The things I'm seeing happen to Richard Allen and Bryan Kohberger, that's scary. I think they're actually doing shock therapy on Richard Allen. Look at the deterioration.
I think somebody did shock therapy on you before you made this video, Drip Drop. Okay. You can't stick forks into power outlets in your house. You can't do it. Shock therapy. Shock therapy. Like, I've been to jail, Drip Drop. You've never been locked up, apparently. Yeah, I ain't never seen nobody in there getting shock therapy. Now, I've seen people get damned. I guess I have. I've seen people get tased. Don't tase me, bro. If you count that as shock therapy, while they screaming, stop resisting, then I guess that's a type of therapy. But I doubt that they going in there with some probes and sticking them up to his temples and going zzz, zzz, zzz. I doubt that's happening. But, if you count the kneeing you in the back and standing on your neck while they screaming, stop resisting and shocking you, yeah, that's some good ass therapy right there. Let me tell you about it. It helped me.
Of this man. He is the shell of what he once was. He was a
He's a shell. He was once a high power CEO executive at CVS Pharmacy. Okay. Like, no, he's a weirdo. Drip Drop, man. I don't know why you're defending this dude. What you need to do is be finding the connection, Drip Drop, between him and Keegan. Bring that to me. Then I would be like, Drip Drop is the YouTuber of the fucking year. Okay. Just like we got 444 people in here right now. Synchronicity, right? That would make everything perfect. That would make this stupid ass video you did not so bad. Okay. Find the connection between Keegan Klein and Richard Allen. Okay. You the connection guy. You connected damn Smurf to Gargamel to damn, you connect shit, right? Connect what we need connected. Stop connecting shit to nothing. Okay. We need a path, right? We need you to go in a certain direction, right? You all fucking running around to the damn left and right instead of going down the path. We need you on the path. How is this man connected, Drip Drop? Okay. All his viewers, all the drop heads, drippies in here, or whatever he calls his viewers, circus clowns. I doubt he calls his people clowns. That would suck, right? But ask them, be like, hey, find us a connection between Richard Allen and Keegan Klein. And then you will find the answers to what happened in the Delphi case.
CVS pharmacist. He's not a cold-blooded KILLER.
Oh, just because he worked at a CVS, they can't be a killer. Okay. Kaylin, thank you so much for your super sticker. I'm rich. Okay. That's it. I quit. Never YouTubing again. This is it right there. That's all I need. I can survive off that for 20 years. Hey, Drops. There you go.
This is a man that they have stolen his soul. They have broken him. He's in danger, and they will most likely...
No, he's got in there. He won't eat. He's eating paper. He's acting like he's crazy when he's not. You know, if he was to get in there and act like a normal person, say, hey, I didn't do this. I'm telling my lawyer that, go stay. But no, he's getting in there. He's claiming the most crazy, outrageous shit, stretching things far as the rubber band can humanly go, right? That's what he's doing. He's confessed to crimes, and nobody twisted his arm or was hitting him with electroshock therapy when he was talking to his mama and his wife and confessing to killing 2 little innocent girls. So if they strapped him in an electric chair right now and gave him some real electrical therapy that he needs, I wouldn't feel sorry for him. You know what I'm saying? I'd be the one to pull the switch. Don't confess to crimes you didn't commit. When you confess, you don't do it. Don't, because then you did it, even if you didn't do it, and you're going to pay the consequences for it in this world, the same as if you did do it. So never for any reason think it's okay to say you did something you didn't do. That shit gets you in bad places. I didn't do it. I will never confess to something I didn't do. I just wouldn't do it. If they said a million times, got me in a room, we'd stay there for weeks. They said, you got an unalive drip drop. I'd be like, nah, he was already dead. Okay. I think he was a ghost, a Papa Smurf. I didn't kill that dude. And there wouldn't be a day that I would say I would. I wouldn't joke around to my friends like, yeah, I took out his drip. You know, no, I wouldn't say that shit because I didn't do it. I wouldn't be joking around that I did it. I wouldn't be playing I did it. Like that, them type of things wouldn't come out my mouth, you know? And to me, once you confess, you know, especially these days, this ain't the 1960s where they're beating you with phone books, okay? You got your damn lawyer present. You're sitting in a jail cell with fucking 100 other people watching. Please, trust me, in jails these days, you hit an inmate, everybody will write you the deputy up. You got to understand how jails operate. That ain't operating like that. Let's just say we had somebody in a jail that was a Satanist. And because you can never tell what the deputies' religions are. You just don't know, right? Unless they tell you, unless they join the prayer circle or something, then you know they're Christians, right? But you don't know. You could have a Satanist in the jail. And to me, it don't make no difference. If they're doing their job, that's it. That's all that really matters. They're looking at the inmates. They're making sure y'all ain't killing each other. It don't matter what your religion is when you guard over people. I don't think that the jail or the town is ran by some cult. That's just seems like such a stretch in itself. And he confessed. So I can't sit up here and say this man's innocent. Now, people could argue this, and I would say you have a point that he did this under distress, that he hasn't slept, he hasn't eaten. And look, that ain't because they haven't allowed him to sleep or eat. It's because he's chosen not to. And let me tell you this, if you stay up for long enough, you will start to get delusional. Okay. And now if I was his defense, I would say this. My client hadn't slept in fucking 2 weeks. He thinks, damn, the jail trays are trying to eat him. He's confessing the shit he didn't do. He's talking to the wall. He's not making sense. That would be my defense. Not that, oh, this cult runs the jail. You know, the jail works for the same people as the fucking court. They all get paid by the same people. All right. They're all in the police, the jail, the courts. They're all in it together. Okay. So when a judge looks at something like that, he sees these same police officers, these same guards, these same type of people all the time, right? He's going to look at this shit and think this is stupid. It's just a stretch. But look, they got people talking about it, right? They got people talking about it. So they're a little bit of bullshit throwing this out there to try to add confusion to the case. And there's some crazy cult. The Illuminati did it. Jay-Z and Beyonce is responsible. Okay. They did it. Connect that there, drip drop.
Likely pass him away before the trial happens, because now that they're aware that the defense attorneys know, they're not going to want this exposed in the courtroom. And Richard Allen actually wants cameras in the courtroom because he wants the world to see what's been happening. He wants the world to know that he's being framed. But anyway.
Yeah, man, he confessed, right? That's all I got to say on that one. Nobody forced him to confess, all right? And he was there that day under his own admission, just not at that time. Is it possible that some mistakes are being made? I mean, anything's possible. But to sit here and say that that dude is in jail in front of a bunch of other inmates, other good guards, let's just say there is a bad guard. Let's say there's 2 bad guards. Let's just say there's 10 bad guards. But what about the guards that ain't bad? Okay? You think they're going to sit there and watch you do that? Every guard, look, I've been locked up. Some guards are assholes. Some guards are cool as shit, right? They just, hey, this is my job, bro. This is what I got to do to feed my family. Don't make it hard for me. I won't make it hard for you. And then some people are real, want to be authoritative and assholes, and they let the power trip go to their head that they're a deputy and they got control of you. But the good cops ain't going to allow that shit. The good deputies ain't going to allow them people to sit there and just torture you in front of them. They may shit talk you, but they ain't going to be over there beating you and be like, get on the phone and call. They ain't going to let everything in the jail is videoed. There's cameras this is 2023. Every pod has a camera in it. It's one of those things. So if you was in the pod torturing somebody like they're saying they are, they would see it. Okay. You could request the cameras from the jail. You see all the time, we see riots that happen in jail. How you think they'll get those videos? Because there's cameras in there. You know, there's camera, like, and there've been cameras in the jail cells for fucking 20 years. So they see what goes on. There's nobody torturing that man in the jail. And if he's an innocent man, he did the dumbest thing you could actually humanly do. He confessed to a crime he didn't commit. Everybody knows that them calls are recorded. It says it, and most jails have a sign that say these calls are recorded and monitored. And then when you make the call, an audio recording comes on and it tells you this call is from so-and-so correctional center. These calls are recorded and monitored. So why would you get up there 100% know the call's being recorded and confess to a crime you didn't commit? What, did he think they wasn't going to hear it? He was going to be able to tell his wife and nobody was listening? You a high profile inmate, right? You are a murderer of a high profile case that's been going on for the last 6 years. To think in your mind that they're not recording that call or they don't have a microphone everywhere you're around, you're crazy. Inmates will set you up. They will put CIs in cells with you, in pods with you, hoping that you talk, hoping that you can confess. And then them same people will testify against you. It's just how the police operate. That's just how they get their intel. They'll have people in the jail and they're like an inmate, just listening and hoping he says something. He hasn't been forced anything. Okay. He's making his time hard, not eating, trying not to drink, and not sleeping. And when you can make yourself crazy. You can definitely make yourself crazy. You put yourself in enough situations and you're already in a box by yourself, you can make yourself crazy. And that's what I believe he's trying to do. Is that going to get him out of it? I don't think so. But the big thing is this. My biggest concern and doubt in this is how everybody is connected. And if he wants to connect shit, he should be connecting the people in Delphi, not Idaho 4 to Delphi, because we know this is 2 separate things. Okay. I think his time's more valuable in that avenue because I think he probably could make some weird fucking connections if he really dug into it.
Anyways, this episode's about Bryan Kohberger, but I do believe there is a link with the 2 cases because of the cults involved. Cults.
What cult is Bryan Kohberger in? All right. Is he in the drip drop cult? I don't know. I don't see 2 cult connections.
Are real and cults are real dangerous. Thank you.
Cults are real and cults are real dangerous. That is true. Okay. And you're doing some occultist shit while you're making this video talking about occults being real. I get it. Cults are real. They're real. There's people out there that will drink the fucking Kool-Aid, right? But your video today, this video here, is just a really big stretch. I don't believe. And when Drip Drop comes out with good shit, I'll watch his stuff, you know, because some of it I believe is really good. To this video, I did not. I was just like, okay, that's a little bit of a stretch, bro. Bryan Kohberger is not connected in the DELPHI cases, but a good way of tying two really big stories together, right? So you will get a little bit of the DELPHI crowd, you get a little bit of the Kohberger crowd. I mean, it's a good way to tie things together for entertainment, but you made it sound so like it was legit, you know, like he didn't make it sound like, hey, guys, we're gonna look at these weird fucking coincidences. You made it sound so like it was fact. And I just believe that's how misinformation is spread.
Thank you so much for watching this presentation. I really will do my best to protect Baby Drip. And I just want to let everyone know watching this, we are not a danger to ourselves, and we would never do anything to pass ourselves away. Never, ever. A reminder, we are seeking truth and justice. Please consider supporting me on Patreon. I'm going to put all of my links down below. Make sure you sign up to my second YouTube channel.
Okay, there you go, guys. That was the ghost of Papa Smurf. Okay, not really. That's Drip Drop. And yeah, I just totally disagree with that whole video. I had to watch it because I've heard people talk about it, things of that nature. And like I said, like the stuff I watched in the early beginning with Drip Drop, he was on top of things. He does do a lot of weird how things are connected. I don't know on that one, right? When he connecting Delphi to damn Idaho 4, there's no connection in that, right? Two different things. But there is some connections, like I said, that the FBI need to figure out. And that is how Keegan Kline is connected to Richard Allen. Because other than the confession, if he hadn't confessed, I would say, Drip Drop, you right. They got an innocent man. I don't think they got enough to have this dude in jail, to be dead honest. Now, with the confession, and I know they're not torturing him in jail, and they're not electric shock. They're not even giving him noogies. You know what I'm saying? They're not even giving him a like Indian burn. They're not doing none of that. And he confessed to crimes he didn't. Well, you saying he didn't commit. I'm saying I ain't confessing this shit. If I didn't kill you, I ain't damn sure saying I did, right? And even if I killed you, I ain't saying I did it. All right, I'm like, nope, didn't do it. Nope, didn't do it. I ain't saying yeah. Okay, it just seems it don't make sense. Team Rose says I'm back in my car. Oh my god, I forgot about the holy water part. Oh, yeah, I know, Casey. He's not saying Kohberger is tied to the cult. He's saying the cult is tied to the guy Kaylee's uncle killed. And it's a retaliation. Yeah, I just, no. No. It's such far of a stretch, man. The two cases have nothing to do with each other. I don't believe that Bryan Kohberger has anything to do with any occult ties. I don't believe that the kids in there had anything to do with the occult, or their parents led them kids to being killed, that this is some retaliation or anything like this. Look, people kill out here because they want to kill. People don't even need a reason to kill you. They just kill you to kill you. Hold on, somebody's blowing up messages. Okay, what is this? Okay, let me click on this real fast. Something about a search continues for missing Isla White girl. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Let me see what this is.
And then I switched to Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. I know, exactly. We start with this happening right now, an active search for a 10-year-old girl who disappeared in Isle of Wight County. Investigators are looking for Caitlin Clark. Take a good look at your screen. They say she was seen on camera walking away from her home early yesterday morning. Ann Sparacco is live where several agencies are going over the area. Ann, what can you tell us?
Oh, Lord.
Well, Ashley, right now, actively, several different agencies are searching for Caitlin Clark by boat, drones, and on foot near her neighborhood. Now, we just spoke with Captain Tommy Potter with the Isle of Wight Sheriff's Office, who said they are not ruling Clark's disappearance as suspicious, but he did call the entire situation overall concerning. Captain Potter said there is footage from Caitlin's family security cameras showing her leaving her home in Carrollton as of 6:30 yesterday morning. This is on Green Wing Drive near a tributary.
Oh, Lord. This is right by me. This is right by me. Lord, I hope this little girl's okay. I mean, this is literally right down the street from me. Isle of Wight. Carlton. That's where I got my tattoos done, in Carlton. Lord. Just walked out the door. Let me think. The area there is a lot of fields, a lot of woods. The area is not bad. It's not a real bad area. Pretty country-ish. PJ, you lived in Carlton? Yeah. So, I mean, the area is pretty nice. Matter of fact, my band, we used to practice out there in Carlton, right? My guitarist, Aaron, lived out there, and he lived in a farmhouse in a cornfield. And we practiced like damn children in the corn. But our band, we had this big-ass band room. He lived in this big old farmhouse, but it made it cool because we needed a lot of room, so we had a big rehearsal space there. But it was dead slap in the middle of a cornfield. So there's a lot of cornfields out there. Houses are spread pretty far apart. Could she be? Hopefully, she's just lost or something. I don't know.
From the James River. He said Clark doesn't have any social media accounts, and investigators found her phone at the home, which showed no evidence of her speaking with anyone outside of her family. Potter added the 10-year-old girl is homeschooled by her parents, so she wouldn't have had any school activities yesterday either.
Why she did that or who she met or where she went, those are the questions that we've got to solve now. I can tell you that from talking to her family and some neighbors, this would have been highly unusual for Caitlin to do something like this.
And Captain Potter said his team conducted a search warrant of Clark's home as part of a procedure, but he said they have not heard from her parents since last night. Reporting live in Carrollton, I'm Ann Sparacco for 13 News Now.
All right, Ann, thanks for that report. Captain Potter said crews will search until late this evening near where Caitlin disappeared.
Okay. All right. That is not good. That is not good at all. They're serving search warrants on the house. A little girl just walked out. Not good. Not good. Okay. Keep us updated. Carlton, Virginia is Isle of Wight County. Yeah, it's not. It's like an hour from here. Hopefully they checked everything in her calls, last calls, messages. Amy says, go, Dolly. I might have to go out there. PJ, do the research on it. Get me the addresses. Send me the info over as far as MapQuest from where my location to where it's at. And all my stuff is pretty much still packed. The only thing is I got the truck loaded with a bunch of stuff that I was supposed to take to the dump, so I can't drive the truck, and my car has a leak. I think I might need I don't know, I'm leaking antifreeze somewhere. But that car, I put a lot of miles on that baby. Okay. It says 34 miles. That's a PJ, look it up because people think they know where I'm at, but I'm not where you guys think I'm at. Okay. I know a lot of people say that Dolly lives here, this, and this, but just PJ, map quest it for me. PJ knows where I'm at. All right. Tape it. Now, if we go out there, we'll, you know, of course, we'll be live and stuff like that. I'll have to check on everything in just a few minutes. And 2, we'll be out there by 3. She was homeschooled. There's no signs of it out there. Searching. I'm mapping it. Give me a minute. Okay, PJ. How old is that little girl? Oh wow, right near you, Dolly. Dolly, are you going to see what is going on and if they need help? Are you in bunker, Dolly? Why would I be in a bunker? Yes. Yeah, Dolly to the rescue. We're seeing what's going on right now. Okay. It is close by me. I just had to run in there and grab my stuff. I think most of my stuff is already packed. I did bring it in the house because I had a rental that I took to, you know, I was driving to New York and I had all my stuff in that rental. So I took all that stuff out and it's sitting in my living room. So I just had to go through it, grab the stuff I need. I don't think I've charged the drones or nothing like that yet. I mean, I do have a battery pack on the way. I could charge everything that I need to charge. Finally, your car is getting a deep clean it deserves. Somebody says, be like JLR, Dolly. Damn sure don't want to be like JLR. One, I'm not going to eat and with my mouth open and talk to a bunch of people on YouTube. Okay. I tried to watch JLR. There's a few things that trigger me in this world. And like talking to me with food in your mouth. Like it almost makes me want to throw up. Right. Like I can't tell people how to do their channels. I just don't like that shit. Like if you eat something quick, like if you just snacked on something real fast, but if you just sitting there gnawing and talking to me while you're eating, I don't want to see that shit. Okay. So far as going to cases, no, I've been going to cases. So it ain't me being like JLR, it's me being like Dolly. Okay. So I don't like the comparison. I know. So, I mean, we're two different people, two different types of personalities, like totally different, like day and night. Okay. The only thing we have in common is we go to the scenes of where things happen. All right. But other than like personality wise, we're two different type of people. If you leave now, you can beat JLR there. Oh, I doubt JLR is there. He was eating breakfast this morning while my stomach is growling. Maybe I should be eating on stream. Okay. My stomach wouldn't be growling. He's over there all full and shit. I'm sitting here growling, talking shit. Okay. Make it make sense. I should be up here just gnawing down some shit. But nah, if you're going to eat. Right. Or turn your camera off and talk and eat, you know, or at least chew your food and then talk, you know. That's what I think. All right. I want a fucking egg flying on me while you breakfast eating up in the morning. I don't know. Just be a little more low key about the eating. I don't know. It's like a thing with them. I don't know. Some people like to eat. Fuck it. Molly was like that. Molly be constantly eating shit. I'm like, and I'm like, Lord, could you stop fucking talking with your mouth? You got fucking nuts and shit flying out your mouth. It's just like you ain't get no home training. I think it's like get your elbows off the table type shit. Stop fucking talking with your mouth full. Like, did I come from a world that other people didn't come from? Right? It's like a respect thing, I guess. You know? So, you know. But yeah, you know, PJ's she's the detective. Okay, Detective PJ over there, my PI. It needs to be PI's world. She'll have everything laid out for me, and I'll go from there. Okay. Matter of fact, she just sent me something. So she had nuts flying out of her mouth. I'm just kidding, making jokes. Triple D, just making jokes, passing time. So, are you working today, Triple D? Come on, you ready to go look for this little girl? Suit up. Throw on your big ass baggy pants that you like to wear, and bring your ass on over, and we'll go run out to Carlton. There used to be this little place out there that had the best collard greens, right? I don't know if we got fans. Some people hate collard greens. And I ain't a super big fan of collard greens, right? But there was this place out there that made the fucking best collard greens in like the world. I think it was called Bridges or something like that. But it was like a little bar. But they had the best collard greens on the damn planet. I don't know what the hell they put in it, but it was like, I would go way out there to get it, right? Just go out there to get collard greens. That shits were good. Carrollton, not Carlton. Okay, it's the same damn thing. Carlton. It's a little damn drive-by is what it is, basically. It's like fucking nothing. You're like, what is it? Maybe it's nothing there. It's really nothing there. Miss Kitty said I make awesome collard greens. Okay. I don't know if that ham hock or whatever they put in it. It might be chopping people up out there, cooking them in the collards. I don't know. But the place ain't there anymore. They closed down the little place that I would go to get all the collard greens and stuff like that. But yeah, it sucks because now I ain't got to hook up on collard greens. It's the small things in this world. I put bacon in my greens. They are wonderful. Okay, see. Huntress, see, I mean, us Southern folk, the people down south, we like collard greens. It's just one of those things. I fuck them up, right? I've been cooking lately too. Dolly's a chef, right? I can tell y'all this. I'm a better cook than Bullhorn Betty. You know why I know? Because I watched her cooking show. Okay. I don't watch much stuff, but I tuned in just let me see if Bullhorn Betty can cook. Okay. And then I realized Dolly's a better cook. I think I'm a better cook. Dolly recipes are better. All right. I seen what she cooked. I was like, nah, you ain't quite messing with Dolly. Okay. Yeah, my cooking skills are a little bit better. Now, I went years and never cooked for like the longest time. That wasn't, people think I can't cook because I didn't cook. No, I can cook. If my house, you didn't cook, you died. Okay. There wasn't nobody, every man for themselves. Okay. You better learn how to fucking do something or you will be gone. Okay. You'll be over there like a little skinny kid in the commercial. Okay. You had to feed yourself. It was get it. All right. So, I learned how to cook. I can cook anything. I just don't like to cook. Like I don't get a lot of enjoyment. I don't mind cooking so much. I hate washing dishes. I hate the prep to cook. Now, if everything was prepped and you didn't do no dishes and it would just go cook, I'm a pretty good cook. I just hate all the work that comes with cooking. Okay. The cleaning, the task part of it. But just, to cook it, I'm pretty good at that. Thank you, Short Legs. Thank you for the sticker. You say your man cooks better than you. I don't think PJ has cooked me nothing yet. PJ, I had to see if PJ can cook. I don't even know. Usually we go out or I cook. Okay, so we're gonna have to put PJ to the test and see if she can cook. All right. I don't even know. Or someone chopping on gum while they're on cam. What's your favorite thing to cook, Jimmy? Barbecue? I don't know. I don't know. I cook different pastas, chickens, different things. It depends what I want. I think I cook tacos a lot, spaghetti a lot, different types of chicken. I don't like a lot of fried chicken, so a lot of baked chicken, or I like barbecue chicken. Eat a lot of barbecue chicken, steak. I don't cook a lot of steak. Usually if I eating steak, I go out and eat a steak. I don't usually cook a steak at home, but I'll cook chicken, like chicken breast and stuff like that. Mashed potatoes. I like basic stuff. I don't like nothing real crazy, real fancy. So I'm pretty good at the basic foods, making them really good. You know, I don't like real crazy shit anyway. I'm a real picky eater too. Like, I'm funny about everything. I'm weird. I don't know. It's one of those, I got food phobias. I don't know if anybody else out there has food phobias. Maybe it's some past life stuff. I have no clue. But I'm going to get out of here so I can get something to drink, throw something in my belly real quick, because I haven't eaten nothing. You know, I was sitting up here watching earlier JLR eat, and I was hungry. So I'm going to get me some grub. I'm going to check up on this little girl and see what's going down. And I'm going to run out and check out my vehicle, see if I think I can make it without it getting crazy. All right. Check my fluids and oil stuff in my car. And we may head out there and try to help search for this little girl tonight, see what is going on. Like I said, I'm thinking 45 minutes from there. Okay. So it's over a couple bridges, right over the hills, through the woods, a couple bridges later, we'll be there. I'm trying to remember how to get there. I haven't been there in so long. I mean, I used to go, like 3 times a week. I used to go out there because we practiced. And then my tattoo artist lived out there. And the tattoo shop I got my tattoos at was out there. So I used to go out there all the time. Now I can't even remember how to get there. Okay, you got to make some phone calls. You're dreading. So anyway, we may pop up out there. Right now, it sounds a little crazy. Like the sheriff was like, I don't know. It just sounded weird. So maybe there's something going on with it. And let me get out of here so I can figure out where it's at, what's going on, and we may go live from there. I got to get something to eat first, though, because I am starving. I ain't going to make it anywhere. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Don't forget to like this video. And if you see me live, and then, because I'll be from my phone, it'll probably be just a quick title, missing girl. Y'all know I'm out there live. Okay. I'll see you guys later. All right. Peace.